Wow, shout out to everybody here. CPI data coming in hot, getting slammed, but then pump back to the upside. See a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom that pushes back to the upside. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's go, baby. I'm 41 years old. Birthday's coming past. You get your special day. Everybody says hi, nice things to you, and then it's over. And then it's back to the regular business. But, you know, birthdays are fun. And shout out to everyone that wished me a happy birthday. So many of you beautiful people out there. God bless. Thank you so much for coming here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. Hope you're having a great day out there in internet land, baby. We love you all. We appreciate you all, and hope your real life's going well, too, as well. But this is your internet life and your real life together, compacted the same place. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to the channel sponsor, Decrypted.tax. If you want to get your taxes done, I'm telling you right now, it is what it is. It's time to get it done. 5 days. 5 days to get your taxes done here. Go to Decrypted.tax and find out what's happening. Get a free consultation. Still time to get that consultation. Still time. Tell them you're a lifer. Tell them Sammy sent you. And 25% off at Decrypted.tax. They'll have you exactly where you need to be. All right. So look at this. I saw this as a descending triangle, but I did see a little bullish div here. It wasn't amazing. You kind of, if you took the crazy wickage, but there was this nice movement back up that did resemble, you know, what I know to be a liquidation. All right. And then this beautiful Adam and Eve. The Adam and Eve suggests that you will break out of the neckline. And you will break back up to the top of the head here. And that's kind of where it's going. Now, we're about to try to breach the 200 SMA, which is my signal for a long. Are we going to break above the 200 SMA? I'll tell you what, though, trading has been insane for the last 3 days, 4 days. Trading got like it was like simple, right? Did what I had to do, boom, boom, boom. In the last 5 days, it's just been literally a treacherous up and down movement. So I've been being wary of the market. Not over trading, just kind of like when I've been over trading with small amounts. You know what I mean? Testing the market, testing the ideas, testing the vibration. So it's kind of where we stand here. Can we get a move above this 200? Once we get above the 200, we can get a move. There's a gap here in the VRVP suggesting we can get back up to about 69,040, break above this 200 SMA, and get a nice move to the upside. This is my signal. When you break above a 200 SMA, you usually get a little bit of a pump. We got one there. We got one there. We got one even there. We got one right here. That was a beautiful one. All right. So in smaller time frames, let's bring in CPI. Let's talk about it. Why did we get rocked so hard today? What happened? Well, CPI data. All right. CPI is Consumer Price Index, right? What are people paying for stuff? That's what it comes down to. That's what we're talking about here, right? Why does this sway the market? Because everybody waits to see if Jerome Powell is going to cut the rates. If he cuts the rates, risk on assets go high, right? Eventually, this will all kind of, I believe Bitcoin will eventually push even out of risk on assets. You know what I mean? Bam, bam, bam. Hold on. I'm getting some messages here. Love you, bro. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, awesome. Everything's right. All right. Blessings on blessings, everybody. Thank you for being here. So look, April 10th came in. And I just want to see, like, you know, we had estimates. And you got to beat the estimate. If you get lower than the estimate, it can be a little bit bearish. So we had expected was 3.4%. We got 3.5. Okay, so a consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.4% in March on a seasonally adjusted basis. And they play games with that too. They milk that a little bit and try to pinch in, you know, 0.5% or 0.25%. I mean, there's a lot of games being played. At the end of the day, things are going up in value. You got to pay more for things. And we all know that. We can see it clear as day. It's a fact of life right now. It is what it is. So just something to, you know, pay attention to. And at the end of the day, if they continue to print money, things are going to go up in value. It has to go somewhere into the prices. All right, into the prices. So there we go. That's a buy signal right there as we begin to breach the 200 SMA here to the upside. If we break that, we can get a nice move further to the upside. This could be a rejection point too as well. 64,500. Very interesting. And it's a bit of a, you know, it's kind of an ascending triangle. It has some ascending triangle vibes with a slightly higher positional move there. Almost a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up 68%, break down 68% of the time. If they break up, they break out with a pretty nice move to the upside. Are we going to get the continuation here? And then can we break above that other 200 SMA like we did last night? We had a bit of a nice little session together. We traded long again last night, just on a couple scalps. But even I had mixed signals this morning. I see the descending triangle with an Adam and Eve, and it kind of had me in the middle. You know what I mean? It was like, Not really sure kind of which way it was going to go. It didn't make me feel confident. But the Adam and Eve is starting to play out here. This is a known signal amount. If I just take it over and over again, it tends to pay. All right. That take profit would be 69,297. I just like a daily close back above that weekly support region. Stop is 68,237. All right. And like I just do 100 for 2. I don't like the risk reward ratio. Wait, hold up. Oh, that had to be raised. Yeah, 2-to-1. See how different? It's a 3-to-1 or 2-to-1 by an inch or two. Sometimes if I miss my mark, I don't take the trade. If I have to be too close to price action, I'll second guess whether I want to take the trade or not. Super, super precise over every little piece of the trade. Super important, right? 71 for 197. And we should be able to continue up after a breach above this 200, right? Over time, this pays off for me. But again, it doesn't always work, all right? Sometimes you'll go up and down. Sometimes you'll come back and forth. It depends. It all depends, all right? But this is something that I've been, doing over and over again for a long time. I pointed it out to my trading group, and it tends to plan out over time, but you never know. Let's move on and get back into Bitcoin here on the bigger time frame. Be like, we were on Bitcoin, though, Sam. On the bigger time frame, all right? And we're going to kind of break down what we see happening here on this beautiful Tuesday or Wednesday morning, right? Wow, what a day. What a day. I'm losing track of time with knowing that I'm going to move. There's moving anxiety is a real thing, right? When you know you're going to, and honestly, and not just moving, like, I moved to New York City before, like one apartment to another. But like really, really moving to a whole new ecosystem, a whole new economy, a whole new place, a whole new state, a whole new world, right? Everything completely different. It's just very, very interesting to me what's happening. And, man, it's blowing my mind. You keep like, what is it going to be like? And the final day when I walk away from my front door and I look back as the car drives to the airport and I realize, like, that's it. I'm not going to be mowing the lawn. I'm not going to be planting the plants. I'm not, and I live next to like a beautiful preserve of beautiful nature. And one thing is weird. It's like I'm going to be moving into a gated community with more like, almost like you have less it's like nice, but it's almost less privacy too. You know what I mean? Here I have a backyard. I have my whole backyard to myself. Nobody bothers me. It's interesting. Sometimes, being poor in the woods might be better than being rich in a gated community. I'm just, you think about things all the time. Anyway, I'll tell you guys, that's another story, right? We can have that. We can have coffee together one day. We can talk about that. So 65,500 must hold. I talk about it over and over again. 65.5. Don't play with me. All right. And then it's 67,200, which we got pretty close to earlier today. It looked like we may have breached it. But so far we got, some buy action there that pushed us back up. Indecision doji. If you had to look at it, that is a bearish candle at the end of the day, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this isn't too good, too, that we closed this candle at resistance. Weren't able to get back above it. Wasn't engulfing, but it can be somewhat bearish. And then we have this beautiful $69,000 area that we're kind of in the middle here. I'd love to see the daily candle get back above this. That would be important. So now 69K is resistance. You must break back above 69K or you're likely going to come and tussle with 62.5, 67.2, and then 65.5. So those are the levels to watch for Bitcoin. They're right here labeled too as well. I was going to put the big labels up there, but they kind of get in the way sometimes when I'm moving into smaller time frames. We go to the 3-day chart and we talk about the 3-day. The 3-day was doing so well. You were doing so beautiful on the 3-day, baby. You had a breach. Looked like we had an easy breakout. Things were on the way. Our beautiful breakout. I don't like using the word easy, but it was nice. Things were going too well almost for Bitcoin. All right. And we should be winning the trade now to the upside here. We are getting a massive move up, and I'm teaching you how to do this. And then you just scalp it out. To me, in this type of market, 58 to $100 is good enough. Every single time I win, I just take it. You know what I mean? But there you go. That's the signal that I'm teaching you to trade on. And then we should be getting a short squeeze off of the signal. Okay? Pay attention now with BOOKMAP. And this is why BOOKMAP is so particular to have in the toolbox. And this is why we love BOOKMAP. Now we're getting the short squeezes. Now we're getting the confirmation. Now, I don't get the liquidity, but there we go. A $70,000 bar has arrived. I'd like to see a little bit more of liquidity, please. If you could drop me some more liquidity, Willy Woo, put in some more bars of liquidity there. Let's get it in. And right there, that's a scalp that I would take right there. $60 scalp right off the table. I'm going to snatch that. Why? Because If I could do this over and over again 10 times today, that would be $600, right? It only took me 6-7 minutes to make the $60, right? And I just continue to scalp. Also, the market was high. So my idea is I get above this. When the Stokes get high, I get out. That's it. Sometimes it's 50. Sometimes it's 100. Sometimes it's 300. Sometimes I put more. Sometimes I put less. It depends. But the key is to continuously add. It's very easy. I've seen many people do this. Start to trade futures and just chew through $5,000, chew through $1,000. Next thing you know, they just chew through money. If you don't have control over what you're doing here in futures, if you're not okay with taking small amounts of wins, I don't know what to tell you, right? Now we can look at the 5 and we can wait for the 5 to do the same thing now. We can trade the same exact idea now, so we wait for the 5 to get above the 200, which is also resistance, which is where we dropped from in CPI. So you can see CPI data made an Adam and Eve double bottom with a little pinch of the right side, but we were able to give you guys that Adam and Eve in the trading group and show you guys what happened. Did anyone make some gains on what we just did here? Did anyone learn anything already here on the channel? All right. Remember, we gave a short yesterday. We gave you a nice live short yesterday. We gave you a nice long today, right? So bang, 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 right? And look at that, 68,840 for Bitcoin on the way possibly back up to 9, all right? Now, if you really want to get crazy, you can get it in the 1 second chart, but don't do that. This is MEXC where I'm trading. MEXC is an amazing place to trade, all right? If it's applicable in your territory, you can jump on in, get an RNSID today, all right? On RNSID today, if it makes you happy, you could KYC. They will be looking at your face. You will be putting your face in there. I'm just telling you, it's completely invasive. You're basically docked for life once you do this, but hey, it is what it is. So jump on it today, KYC, see what's happening, all right, and break it down. And that way you'll be able to KYC wherever you want, all around the world, all right? Switch long, scalp on Doge with 2 on SMA signal. We pivot as we need to, baby. Amen. Yeah, and MEXC is pushing for KYC. That's something that's going to happen, all right? If you're new and you sign up, so you got to get that RNSID if you want to play by the rules, all right? Okay, we also have Blowfin. If KYC is not your thing, I don't mind KYC. I do what I got to do. You know what I mean? I'm a known person. I feel like it is what it is. It's just like, do what you got to do, all right? But if you would like, Blowfin is a beautiful option here. And they're coming up in the space. And you can type here, we have a link to Blowfin if you want to check them out. All right. Check them out right here. All right. Blowfin, Crypto Lifer. Jump on in today. All right. I like this coin 1X. I like to give you a new coins. We're going to talk about that whenever our new coin session later on today. We're going to break that down and have some fun. So it's also relieving to be in and out of your trade, right? Not to be having to hang out, watching it every 5 seconds. So look at the sell wasn't too bad, right? I sold right there. Beautiful sell, right? Why? Because the Stokes told me that we were likely going to pull back to where? The 21-day moving average. Once you make space for the 21, you're going to come back to the 21-day moving average. That's just what is going to happen, my friends. All right? Bang. And there we have the move to the upside, and then we could get all the way up to about 69,400 if this flag prevails. We're waiting for this to touch the 21. All right? Then we're mindful of where the 200 is on the 5-minute. We know we need to breach back above that to remain bullish too as well. All right. And expect volatility today as things kind of try to find out where they're going with CPI. All right. So here's the next possible trade. And what I like to do is set up the trade in advance slightly. So if I knew I was going to take it, I could at least take it as quick as humanly possible. The idea behind every trade is to have somewhat of an idea before the trade happens. Okay. That's the whole point of the story. We take a look here. We're going to go to 69,400. Would be my target. You see, and then the stop would be somewhere. I wouldn't mind if I could get it below the 200 and still get the 3-to-1. I can. You know what I mean? The 21 where it's at, though, I'm not telling you I'm taking this trade. See? I wouldn't, I'm just looking until I actually press the buy button. I'm never in a trade, right? It's always speculation until it's actually there. So 68,432, interesting enough for me. And again, same idea. You could risk 77 for 225. That's great. All right. And now that the Stokes are low, we may get busy here. I'd kind of want to look at the smaller time frame, but there's a chance here we're starting to get a pump now here. and more of a short squeeze. We got a liquidity at 69,600 on the Gaussian blur here. And then we got this level up here. Some new big things coming to BOOKMAP. We're getting market pulse coming, which is going to be amazing. And the ability to zoom out. We'll be able to actually maybe even trade patterns, RSI, put some indicators on here. BOOKMAP's going to step the level up. I'm super excited. So stay with BOOKMAP. I'm telling you right now. And as I've shot you how to kind of trade with BOOKMAP, you got that good feeling, right? And I just want to keep that good feeling every day, man. I love BOOKMAP. So beautiful flag here, right? But the 21 has to come into play. You got to touch the 21. Why is that? I don't know why it is. It just is. It is. If you don't touch it, you'll get so apparently close to it, right? Before your next big move, this is just how it works. This is live trading in futures. If you don't know how to trade futures, please get yourself a demo account and then trade demo as much as you can. Like get 100 demo trades, understand how to get in and out, understand the buttons, understand your emotions. You know what I mean? Get excited about your demo wins. Get intuitive and look into your demo losses. Like take them seriously. All right, if you take it seriously, they can pay you. But it's very important that you do that. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate you, brother. Stream Deck, baby. Get yourself a Stream Deck today. And I don't know if I can even tell. My eyesight is going pretty bad at this point. I've lost about 20% of my eyesight recently. Just staring at the charts. Live streaming 7 days a week has burnt my eyeballs out a little bit. I do have blue blocking. I paid like an extra $1,000 for the blue blocking part of this stuff inside of the lenses. You know what I mean? Anyway, and see, I didn't pull the trigger on the trade just because it's a sketchy day, man. I got my signal above the 200, got out. That was it. That's my model. You know what I'm saying? I hit my model. I may not even trade for the rest of the day, right? Like I did my model. So let's get back to the 3-day chart. We had resistance, and you can see we clearly came to like this very similar. We got a little higher. You know, these candles closed actually a little higher, but it was basically, the similar area. That's 71,600 that we got to deal with. All right. This candle opened, it closed. Let's see. Yeah, this candle would open at 71,620, and this candle would close at 71,620, 620. So 71.6. We have to break back above that to remain bullish. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. And we know everyone kind of has a pretty good idea of what's happening here on the daily. We got this bottom trend line forming that we haven't broken yet. Like until we break this trend line, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? And some could say, this is it. And we just did a fake out breakout. And to me, that's it. Other people say, hey, well, I'd like to hit this trend line. I find it weird when I don't allow this to touch the trend line. You see what I'm saying? Both are viable. Someone said, but as a pattern trader, that's why I don't pattern trade, because you never know what the pattern is. You guys do whatever you want. But you know what? Over time, you do have different probabilities and different ideas. I'm going to teach you something. I had an epiphany earlier today about something that I was going to talk about. It's something that I was going to talk about on the trading group today inside. I get these teaching epiphanies, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to mention that today on the live stream. And this is what it is. And I'm going to show you something in a second. It's really awesome. I built it in my brain before the stream, and I'm going to be able to lay it out in a second. And again, the creativity of a teacher, right? And that's what I love about teaching. I'm always working on my mind of how I can present ideas to you that will make you look at them in a different light, right? So resistance right here, and again, it's not always a line. Sometimes it's a zone. So we got this zone here. We got a big point of control sticking out, and 67,200 really held. That was the weekly support. We didn't even go all the way to the weekly support. It looks like people had a lot of orders stacked around 67.2. Let's see. Maybe we did get that low. What was the low here? 67.519. Yeah, we never got to 67.2. So the weekly support never got touched. So far, so good, right? And we know the 500s are important, 68.5, but it is 69,000. We already went over the weekly supports, everyone. That's why we did that. And you write those down, or you could do is you could open up a KuCoin chart, put the weekly supports down. Then you could trade on on your USD perpetual chart on MEXC. You get what I'm saying? I use multiple charts. This way you can have it all, and then you can just go to the weekly, go to the 4-hour. And so you could have a 4-hour chart on the Kraken. And you're like, oh, but they're different exchanges. Yeah, but those levels are pretty much the same. We're all kind of, Kraken, Coinbase. As long as it's got a big exchange with, a lot of volume, you're going to be pretty spot on. My Tasmanian. I had this cup when I was a kid. My mom got me this cup, this mug for Christmas when I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. Everybody was obsessed with Taz. Remember Taz, man? I don't know if this is copy, Dude, I just came. Oh my God. That would be a great meme, dude. Tasmania Divi. It would be Tasmania Devil, right? Because how come we just know what they're going to be called? It would be Tasmania Dovel, right? That would be it. It would be Tasmania Dovel. Who wants to make that for me? Get it going in Solana. Let's get the meme going, dude. And it could be Tez. And everybody loved this dude. Man, who didn't love Tasmanian Devil? I think we're onto something. Who thinks I'm onto something with the Tasmanian Devil meme? Who thinks we could really go places with that? Or who thinks I'm out of my mind? I'm open-minded. You let me know. All right? You let me know. Now, song stuck in my head, right? Just need a marketer. Let's get it going, brother. I believe we can do it. There's nothing better, right? Shout out to 61,000 subscribers, baby. We're about to hit 61,000 subs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to the 1,773 people here. 365 likes. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would be greatly appreciated if we did that. Much love to you and yours. All right? So we bounced off weekly support at 67.2. We did a fake out and we broke. And I told you, the second I said this to my whole trading group and we all knew it, I said the second we break back inside the pattern, we're likely to dump all the way back down to 67,400. It's very, very possible, right? I'll do it on K20 once we can. My name became green. Yeah, baby. Welcome to the green club, baby. Welcome to the green club. I'm selling everything and buying at 25,000. Yikes. Have fun, man. I'll see you down there. The Daily Cup and Handy on CELR is epic. Shout out to Faha Fohai. We'll take a look at that. Thank you. It's called I Am Satoshi Nakamoto by Pirate Mantra X. 1 minute flag breaking. Breakout, go long. Let's see what he's saying. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, he's right. He's right. That's a fat candle, too. Could be a liquidity grab. I like it, though. I like that. We should get the breakout follow through. Low stochastics. Come on, baby. Come on. That's a fat breakout. So, look, we bounced off the 200 SMA. Showed support there. Support off the 200 SMA gives us some hope that we can get the continuation here on the one. And again, I would just get out when the Stokes get high again on the move to the upside. Come on. Let's get the squeeze to the upside here. And we got the liquidity right above us. Let's go. That's going to, challenge us in at about 69,620, right? So we could, let's get the squeeze up here to the upside. Up a little bit. Up a tidbit there. Excuse a titty bit. A tid, like a TITD. Why? I didn't say what you thought I said. What? What? Get out of here. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. All right. It was a 40 and Swippy. Anyway. Sorry, man. And that's what I was doing. If I could sit here on the 1 minute and just trade by myself, I'd probably be nailing it. But again, we got to watch out for this double top here. But the 21 cross of the 200 is a good sign. Still sketched out by the day, though. And the market has been so volatile recently, up and down and up. It just got me weary. It's got me weary. All right, let's move back into the bigger analysis here. We're almost done with Bitcoin. I can't wait to start the show and get on with the altcoins, baby. Let's go. There's so much to show you. I've been doing deep dives and research up all night long. I was up all night doing crazy stuff the night before my birthday, or into my birthday, really. I really like this wick back to the upside. I saw this head and shoulder when what's funny is that we started the morning with this head and shoulder. All right. And I was a bear, and I was like, dude, that's going to be bear. And then let's take a look at where the 200 SMA is on the 4-hour time frame. So important. All right. We're back above the 200. So important we stay above the 200. I tell you, this is like bull or bear. I close candles below the 200 on the 4-hour. I am a bear. We don't. I am a bull. Like, it's back and forth all day long. You see what I mean? Back and forth all day long. Up $17 again, starting to move here. Can we continue to get the gain? Just keep stacking. This would be a nice pump back to the upside at 69,400. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Showing signs of strength here, but when the stows get high and start to curve, I'm going to be taking my profito, even if it's tiny. What I want to show you guys is that, look, I'm trading with $500. I want to teach people how you can trade with small amounts of money. That's my thing. I've made a lot of money trading in my lifetime, everybody. I'm not trying to be rude. I became a Bitcoin millionaire. That's a fact, all right? Put my hand on the Bible and swear on it. So I don't have much, Bitcoin saved my life, changed my life. And I'm not going to tell you where I'm at in life, but, I'm in a good spot. And I got to a good spot. And again, I don't want to brag. I lived in a one-bedroom apartment, 800 square feet for 10 years. I got in there when I was 28. I got married to my wife, and I thought, yeah, I'll just be here. It's our starter apartment. A couple years, then I'll get a raise. Next thing you know, I'll be the man, And I'll be making $100,000 a year, and I'll be doing it. And there's your second trade of the day that I'm giving you live that's pumping to the upside. We are just rocking you right now. This is the trade. I love this stream because the stream makes gains in front of you. All right? Anyone can say they have a system and look at me and check it out. But to make gains in front of somebody on a daily basis, to show them how to do it. And again, futures is tough. You can trade futures for 3 weeks straight, and then you can ruin it in a day. I know people that get wrecked in a day of trading futures. Like Sierras were getting high. I like to take my profits here. I like to continue to just snatch my gains. Probably will go higher, right? But now I'm on my second win of the day. And then I want my third win of the day, my fourth win of the day, my fifth win of the day. I like to pay myself when I'm trading futures over and over and over again. That's just how I do it. Now I get to the 5 minute. The 5 minute should be trying to breach the 200. When the 5 minute breaches the 200, we're ready for our next possible move to the upside. I'm sorry, let me show you that, right? And the squeeze is on right now to the upside. Looks like we could go higher all the way to 60, 70,000, right? Now we're back to 69,000, which is awesome because if we can get back above that, we can close a daily candle above the weekly support. You see? And it also kind of negates the fact of what was happening. And then the 4 hour stays above the 200. And then it looks just like a bounce off the bottom of the trend line. And then what it is so we had a fake out breakout. They didn't want us, they saw too much liquidity down here. Too many people put stops around here. They came, grabbed the stops, liquefied everybody, came back up, tightness, and they still may do it again, right? That's why the spot guy is the winner. I bought $3,000 worth of Bitcoin on this dip. I'm super happy I did. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin down here at 60. I'm being honest, I bought a dang near half a Bitcoin down at 65,000. I felt, once we were at 70K playing games, once we back to 65, I felt like we may never get $65,000 again. I kept saying anything below 70K is a steal at this point. And I told myself to look at the big picture, Sam, and remind myself that billionaires were buying every single thing around me. And there was going to be a lack of Bitcoin at one point. And I said, man, put a billionaire cap on, zoom out, and buy as much freaking Bitcoin as you can around 60, 65,000, Sammy. I said, if it goes to 52K, grab more. And it made sense to me. And there was a lot of fear too, and people were bugging out. And so I figured not many people are going to do this, so I'm going to do what most people aren't going to do. Okay? And that's what you have to have this anti-mass mentality. You don't buy Bitcoin at $1,000 to $300. You know how many people were doing that? Nobody was doing that. Most people were freaking out. Nobody even knew. Number one, had to be lucky enough to know what Bitcoin was. My story is amazing. I was into forward thinking. And so I figured marijuana was going to become legal. And so I started saying, well, once they legalize it, it's going to be in New York City. It's going to have shops. You're going to see it just like alcohol stores. And they're going to be selling the cans. And, I was like, everyone's going to be drinking the marijuana drinks. And I was like, this is going to go crazy. They're going to push it. And I said, it's going to be everywhere. I said, I got to get in. So I found all the marijuana companies, Aurora, Canopy Grow Corp. And I just placed like $2,500 in a few of them, right? One, I put $6,000 in Canopy Grow Corp because I like Bruce Linton. I always tell people I like to invest in people and not in companies. You know what I mean? Not financial advice, but this is what I do. So I researched Bruce Linton, and I saw he was an epic businessman. He did really well. Once he kind of started working with Canopy Grow Corp, I said, man, this is it. And I got into, and again, Canopy Grow Corp wasn't even on the American Stock Exchange. I had to open up an interactive broker's account. Look at this. It's like an unknown, like some people know about it in the trading space, but it's kind of an unknown brokerage here. But what you can do here at Interactive Brokers, and this is not a plug, I don't work with them at all. I probably should hit them up and be like, hey, I'm plugging them right now. But what they do is you can trade international markets here. So I was able to trade, the Toronto Stock Exchange, the Chinese. You could trade almost any global access, right? Investing globally in stocks, options, futures, and currencies and bonds. So this is the only way for me that I knew to get into the Toronto Stock Exchange. And I wanted to get Canopy Grow Corp before everyone else was into it. This is the first time I did what was called exchange arbitrage in TradFi. You know, and eventually, Canopy Growth Corp would go to the New York Stock Exchange. Amazing, right? And then when that happened, look at the liquidity that we got. So then I got into cryptocurrency, and I would see a coin on a decentralized exchange. And then I would see it get added to a centralized exchange. And that was the same thing that I did with Canopy Growth Corp. And my mind said, Sam, this is exchange arbitrage. This is when a new exchange brings in more volume to your already priced in. And I said, man, I got something going here. And I get goosebumps right now, guys. I love investing. I love seeing the future. I love placing bets on things that are going to be coming later on. That's how you make the big bucks. That's how you become a billionaire. You know what I mean? Invest in emerging technologies before anyone else can see that it's going to emerge. Getting into your basis, nailing it. And I'm telling you, so that changed my life. That move changed my life because boom, right? So then once I saw Canopy Growth Corp, I started researching how all the marijuana companies couldn't invest with the banks. The banks wouldn't let them open up bank accounts. So they were carrying all this cash around at the dispensaries in Colorado. And someone said they need a coin. So they had Canna coin, pot coin, all these different coins. And then I saw the logo for it. So I started trading those coins on Bittrex. Next thing you know, I'm outside. And then I also had a drone business. I was buying a bunch of wholesale drones at a warehouse in Brooklyn, bringing them to a street fair, sometimes 48th and 8th, 52nd and 6th. I had like premier locations. Like I was in Times Square I had a little plastic table with a tent, and I was flying the drones outside of my tent. I was the only guy that could send my product into the crowd, attract people, and then bring it back to me. I got so good at flying these tiny little drones that most people crash in 2 seconds. I could take them to street lights. You shouldn't even be able to bring them that high, and I could land them on my hat. I could land them on my hand. And I was just bugging out, right? I sat in my living room getting good at these drones because I knew if I got good at them, I could sell them. I was selling these drones all over the streets, right? And listen, there's a good story to this. So I'm an entrepreneur on the street. I could have been at home doing nothing, but I wasn't. I was out there flying the drones, getting it in, right? This guy walks up to me, starts talking to me. He's kind of giving me some smack about the drones, and we're going back at it a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm like, dude, like I've seen that logo before. He's wearing a Bitcoin shirt, bro. I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's Bitcoin. He goes, but you need to look at Ethereum. He shows me coin market cap. He shows me Ethereum at $9, and he says, I was one of the coders. I still know this guy on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook much, but if I ever could get back to him, he told me about the Tezos IPO the day it came out, a few weeks before it came out. Anyway, he shows me coin market cap. I see Ethereum at $9. It goes to $89 within a couple months. I feel like I missed the boat. And that's really my story. And then I start looking, and I find Bitcoin at $350. I'm getting an email from an association that's teaching me about inflation. And they're telling me, hey, this new coin called Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. I research Bitcoin. I understand the hash rate. I understand what happens. And next thing you know, boom, I'm buying Bitcoin around $1,000 and my life never was the same. So I'm telling you, man, one investment led to another, which led to another, which led to another. But it all started with my belief that I could change my life. And it didn't always go so well. There was days that I took hits. There was times where not every investment played out. You know what I mean? I'm going to actually give you another story later on today that's going to really give you a perspective. If you're down in the water right now in a position, something's not going exactly your way, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to tell you something about what happened to me. And again, it can maybe inspire you. And I'm not saying it's going to happen to everybody, but it could inspire you, push you. And I can't wait to share that with you later on in the show. I think with being 41, having my birthday, I feel this new resonance. Having the month long. Also, happy Eid al-Fitr, man. Eid Mubarak, baby. Shout out to all my Muslim brothers around the world. You did it. If you did the days, 30 days, we did 30 days. We did not eat or drink from sundown to sun up. It was the strongest start of discipline. I also did not engage in any sexual contact. And not to, I know too much information, but for the entire month, no sexual contact. Didn't touch myself. Didn't let my wife touch me. No sexual contact for the entire month. Okay? I know I'm a little too much information, right? but I'm, and I didn't eat or drink. You know what I mean? That's why you didn't see me with the lemon water. That's why I wasn't drinking anything during the show, right? What did that do for you? I'll be honest, it created such a sense of discipline. And anybody who wants to be a trader, if you can not eat or drink throughout the day, I'm telling you right now, it can help you discipline, and it can only help your discipline in trading. It can only help your discipline in everything in life. And it also separates the mind from the body. You become more spiritual. You care more about your spirituality and less about your physical realm, right? And that's the point. You also know what it's like for someone to be extremely hungry, and you can resonate with that feeling of hunger, okay? And also, it lowers your blood pressure, okay? You don't need a lot of sugar because when you go to eat, you eat a pretty good lean meal for me. I wasn't having any desserts. I wasn't drinking juice. A lot of water all the time. Hydration, all in. So you can see me. Look, I lost weight. I feel like I look 5 years younger than I did when I started it. So everyone that did that, blessings on you. You know what I mean? I'm never eating again. You're so funny, man. And look, I'm 41 years old, man. I know people 41 that look, I'm sitting, they look 10 years older than me. You know, and again, I don't look, some people look even younger than me. I get it. But I just wanted to tell you, man, it's just been an amazing journey, and I appreciate you all. And I'm sorry to kind of run off topic a little bit, but I think it all comes into play because I could teach you about the charts. I could throw every single thing I know at you. I could show you all my strategies and all my ideas. But if we can't discipline you, there's one or a couple days you could go off stray and you could lose it all, or you could start getting out of the discipline. Don't let the devil in there. Stop dreaming. Know that that's why when you see me take $80, when you see me take $50, and someone will come in, I want to see this guy take $80. Don't listen to that. Remember, every single win is a win. Every compounded gain is a gain. 80 turns to 90, 90 turns to 180, right? 180 turns to 360, 360, 720, 720, 440. We're on our way to 2880, baby. You know what I mean? So, and then isn't it 5660? Isn't that strange, right? So, love is love, baby. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. So, let's get back into Bitcoin to break it down. And I'm going to share you another story, all right? Yo, Suku's been banging on him. Shave and you may look younger. Oh, yeah, even younger. It's all about looking young when you hit 41. Trying to shave off those years. You're trying to shave off the years. Don't worry, we're getting into the small time frames. We may get back into another trade, everybody. We're not done yet. Just wanted to kind of give you a nice brief narrative of the life, right? Okay, this Bitcoin halving event going to moon Bitcoins. No, we're probably going to tank. Yeah, they're going to cut it in half, and then it's probably going to be over for Bitcoin. We're probably going to go all the way to, I think, 10K, maybe 5K. I think 5K is probably what we're going to see. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because after the halving, there's always this dump, So we're just probably like, what do you guys think? 5K, maybe even 3,500, right? Yeah, it's, you know what I mean? So I'll be buying the dip. I have my orders down to 35 and 5,000, and, we'll probably get there. Shout out to everybody here in the live. I'm just joking, everybody, please. Don't unsubscribe. So look, 8 days until the Bitcoin halving. They're going to cut this thing in half, and they're going to continue to print money on a mass scale. They have no choice. This I believe, is going to pump this price of Bitcoin to unknown figures. I read an article today that I wanted to bring up to you guys. This guy, Samson Mao, he believes we could hit $1 million in Bitcoin this year. Now, he could be doing this just for some pulls and just for, you know what I mean? I get it, But I just, I'm just kind of learning about him a little bit here. He's got 293,000 followers. And just take a look at what he says and what he breaks down. This is really interesting. This Blockstream Liquid BTC. He's talking about how all the big institutions can short stocks that they don't even have, right? They can make it look like they have it and not even use it. And you can't do that on the Bitcoin network because you got to see what it is. You see what I mean? It's important. So I don't know. He was just talking about that and breaking it down. And yeah. So, discover the future of trading with trustless limit orders on liquid Bitcoin. Learn how blockchain technology is revolutionizing the trading landscape, making transactions non-custodial and real time with the Blockstream CEO. I thought this was a big deal. All right. And I like what he was saying.
Okay. So you don't have a delay?
How they transfer assets, because of the delay, they can get away with doing things that, swapping and swapping on the back end, if you know what I mean. But you can't do that in blockchain. Just not something that you can do when it comes to blockchain. All right. So everybody, if you want to send a tip to the jar, baby. Let me take a sip. Oh, well, the jars are behind me. I got to get the jar in front of me. That's so funny. I got to get the jar up there, over there. Circumvent the jar. The jar's got to be higher. Boom, 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 boom. All right, everybody. We're going to keep it moving here. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. I love you more than you would ever know. All right. So we got the bounce back to the upside. Let's take a look. I'll be bullish today as long as the 4-hour breaks above and stays above the 200 SMA. What we can do, actually, we can even open up a trade here on the 4-hour right now. I mean, I guess the trade was right in that wick. There was a little bit of divergence. So we're going to break that down. I'm going to show you the Adam and Eve double bottom that I pointed out to my trading group. I'm not going to say I took it immediately. I was a little sketched out by it. I saw a mixed signal, you know, and we did even see the head and shoulder that did play out. Didn't hit the exact target. Target was a little bigger with the size of that head, but we bounced off where. That's why you always, I don't care what your patterns say, you got to have your support and resistance levels waiting, right? So look, we got a POC at 68K, 67.9, right? And we're back above the 200 SMA. We won 2 trades in a row already. Who made gains already on the longs with me? Who went harder than me and made more money? Put a 3 if you made gains. Put a 333 if you made more money than me. Put a 4 if you think I'm a wussy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Bang, bang, bang. Who just happened to be alive and super grateful for the wins that they made. I'm kind of hoping we wick down, keeping a reserve just for that. Love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. All right. So here we stand. So Bitcoin at 68,688. That was crazy, right? So the 4 hour, okay. I'm still not buying it. It is oversold though. No real hidden bullish div. In a way, this nothing really too strong. And so for me, we want to close the day somewhere in here, right? And we definitely don't want to end up below this 200 SMA. I just extended it for imaginative purposes. But the idea is we don't, you know what I mean? We don't want to see this. A bearish retest of this trend line would be possible. We might see that on the 7-minute, the 5-minute, even the 1. We'll be paying attention for these types of signs later on for a possible bigger short for Bitcoin. All right. 5K, I'm buying my mom a car. Bang, bang, bang. I'm alive in a lifer. That's enough. Amen, dude. We woke up today. What a blessing. Every one of us has the opportunity to do something with our lives today. What a blessing. Like, we have so much at our fingertips today. It's unbelievable what we have. If we can really sit down and be as grateful as humanly possible for every single thing we have. And I'm telling you, man, that's what Eid is all about. So today, man, celebrate. And if, I don't care if you're Catholic, Muslim, Jewish, I don't care what you are. It's a day for celebration every day that you're alive, every day that God has given you, every single moment in time to push yourselves to the next level, right? So look, we had the break back inside the channel. I do this all the time, and it resembles kind of a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder, even though it's sloppy as all heck. And the 1 minute has some good wicks, and the 1 hour just got back above the 200 SMA, which is also a buy signal for me. So, you know, occasionally I'm trading the 1 hour. Occasionally I'm trading the 1 minute. It all depends on what I see happening in the chats, in the chatty chats, right? So, let's see here. That target somewhere I would be looking at is that high, right? At 72,700, that local resistance. And also the top of the channel here, right? So this looks good on the 1 hour right now, you know? And do we have a good bullish divergence on the 1 hour? We really do, everybody. That's strong. So let's take a look at this bullish div on the 1 hour. What is bullish divergence? Who here has no idea what I'm talking about? Put a 555. I want to see 555s. Put a 555. I want to see who's listening, and I want to see who's paying attention. Put a 555 in the comments if you have no idea what divergences are when I say divergences. I'm going to give you guys a little sheet here. Take a screenshot. I'm going to give you guys some real awesome information right now. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to give you some information. That's going to help you. All right. Remember, 11:15, we're going to go over the 3 coins that matter for the day. Breaking it down. Look at 5555. See, I assume everyone watching me has been seeing me for years. They know exactly who the lifer is. They know everything. I assume, you know what I mean? I guess because you assume, I think human beings assume familiarity because that helps us feel familiar, right? So you guys have no idea. I had no idea I would see this many 555s. I thought I would see so a lot of people really are coming here for the education that they deserve. I love this. This tells me there's so many people here ready to jump into the trading group. So many people ready here. Dude, and then you send a super chat. I love you, Razor Mouse. Shout out to all who here is new on the channel. Looks like we have a lot of new people here. Unbelievable. I'm seeing a lot of new names. Shout out to Sergerd Arstad. Shout out to David Tresick. Shout out to Victoria. Hey, nice to meet you. My name's Sam. Thank you for jumping on in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this awesome stream and being a part of my awesome life. God bless you. You just made my life more awesome because you want to learn. Look at all these people, they want to learn. I like this. He says, you don't need to be educated. You desire to be educated. You don't need anything. God has given you everything you already have. I got rid of the word need and want. Why? They present lack to the universe. I need a girlfriend, right? Or a woman's, I need a boyfriend. Or or a they, them, they says I need a they. Right. Sorry. I'm pause, right? But you know what I mean? But I can't believe it. Just this world. I don't know where we live. But anyway, so shout out to Burke in the house, man. Yeah, I love you, Burke. You're so funny, man. But the point is, when you say I need something, you're telling the universe you don't have it. And so you're doubling down on the lack, on the fact that you lack something. And so what you usually get is more lack back because you're attracting lack. When you desire something, it comes with a passion and a real desire for it, which can be answered by the universe. All right. So let's take a look at this, right? So what is bullish divergence? Bullish divergence. You take your price action on top. I use the RSI, strictly use the RSI. I'm telling you, it's going to help you. A lot of people do it in all different places. Use the RSI, in my humble opinion. Don't play games. When price action swings to the downside here, okay, on price. So there's your low on price. You pump up, you come down, you make a lower low. But the RSI makes a low, comes up, and makes a higher low. So you're getting a lower low on price with a higher low on the RSI. It tells you could be getting a move further to the upside. So let's break it down. It's funny, I just looked at 1X and it was at 377777, and then it disappeared. It's like my dad's always there saying hi. So look, when we look at this here, you can see that we have this. Let's take a look at RSI. And double click the RSI too, so you can look at, actually, wow, you got a downtrend. You get this overall uptrend here. So I'm getting a little bit of a mixed signal. So you get this overall uptrend, and you get this downtrend. To me, this is legit. If this had come in and hit, then I would say no, right? Now, normally you would say it also, isn't it this? And I have to agree, like there is a bit of divergence there, but it does resemble a liquidation event, all right? A liquidation event is where they liquidate people. We watch the liquidation events here on BOOKMAP. We're not out the water yet. We still have big red down here at 66,500. So I know we're talking sweet. I know we made a couple good trades, and I know it seems good. But again, we'll have to keep the 1 hour above the 200. We're going to have to keep the 4 hour above the 200 to remain bullish. All right. So this resembles some bullet. Let's take a look at our 15. Yeah, so I guess, the divergence isn't that strong. It's somewhat resembled. Now, what you're really looking for is this to swing down and this to swing up. So it's not a perfect bullish div when I really dissect it. It's actually a funky one. It's rare. It's rare to see this type of funky movement. But at the end of the day, this swing low to this swing low is a downtrend. And this swing low to this swing low is an uptrend. The RSI usually will be pointing to the upside when you get this happening like this. And look, even this indicator, I added, if you go up here and type in RSI, that's how you would add this one here, the RSI, and you would juxtapose the RSI with price action, okay? Very important. All right. All divergences are liquidation events. That's what a liquidation event is. It's a divergence. That's what a divergence is, a liquidation event. It's like it's a snake biting its tail. It's Nietzsche, right? If you got into your philosophy, I majored in film. I minored in philosophy. Meh. St. John's University, baby. Go Johnnies. Should have made it to the tournament this year, but I don't think we would have beat UConn anyway, so it is what it is. But look, you type in RSI, and then you type in Stochastics RSI with Divergences by neobutane. That's a great one. You want to be jumping on it. And so you nail that, and there you go. Okay? So this is a divergence. But again, divergence is only as strong as what? Support or resistance. And so you can see our next big resistance is here, where we humbled around here. And it's crazy that and now that's going to be resistance. So 69,000, about $400 is going to be a major resistance. 69.5 area, you got to back above. We'll call it 69,500. Resistance. If you can't break back above 69,500, expect more downside. All right. Now we look back at the perpetual. And I like to delete everything again and look fresh. It looked kind of an Adam and Eve double top, right? It's got some Adam and Eve vibes. What's an Adam and Eve? An Adam and Eve is a triangle and then a semicircle. We had an Adam and Eve this morning. We had a triangle and a semicircle. All right. This was a little weird. They try to end the semicircle and then dip. It's like they've been playing games. And then what you do is you add the top of this, which is called the neckline. Then you draw the neckline to the base, and then you swing this up. And look, the Adam and Eve hit the exact target it was supposed to. Pretty crazy, right? And this kind of has some Adam and Eve vibes to it, but usually they're not elongated like that. It's a little funny. But look, we breached the trend line of the flag, unless you kind of make the flag a little chunky. This looks like a possible flag here that could do some damage. You know, we don't know for sure, but it's something interesting. That area would be 70,259 for Bitcoin. All right. Blessings on everybody. Shout out to everybody here watching around the world. We appreciate you. We thank you for your awesome viewership, your awesome support, and your love. Yesterday, you guys gave me a great birthday present, $400 in super chats. I took my family to a beautiful dinner. The dinner was like $250. It was amazing. My wife is so simple, man. My wife is the greatest wife on earth. You could like beg her to spend money, take her to the nicest places, and she'll order a salad. Just because, you know what I mean? And it's not because she lives in abundance. She loves life. She's just not about, I don't know, man. I have one of the sweetest wives in the world. Like, I could take a lot of lessons from my wife. She is the most humble, kindest, sweetest person I've ever met. Like, she resembles my mom in so many ways, and that's why I married her. You know, my mom, I had the sweetest mother in the world, thank God. So my mother taught me how to find a woman. If you have a good mother, then you're going to know how to find a good mother for your kids, right? It goes hand in hand, you know? So shout out to anyone here that had a good mom. If you didn't have a good mother, I love you. Hopefully some of my wife's influence can come into the group there and spread and shed some light. You know what I mean? And we have a really good mother in the trading group. We have Love Learning. I'll be honest, Love Learning is the honorary mother of the entire group. And I have to say it's a pretty big deal. She was the first student I ever had. She was the first person to take a shot with me. She said, I believe in you. And we forged a beautiful friendship, you know? She's an older spirit guide. And so if you ever see her in the group, if you ever see her, she goes to every single class. She's the teacher aide for me. She's in with Love Learning, with Master Fran. She helps everybody. Love Learning is the nicest, most beautiful person in the world, man. So we have a bit of anatomy. We have some bearish divergence here too. Remember, bearish divergence. Let's get into that for a second. And again, when you start with this, it's going to be hard. Bearish is when you swing up on the price action, but you swing down on the RSI. Okay? That is called bearish divergence. All right? Here you have a little bit of it. Let me show you. And again, if you want to see an indicator by itself, you double click on it. So I should be able to double click on this. And yeah. And again, if you always use the trading view widgets, all your trading view sauce will happen. So look, this swings down. Okay? But this swung up. So you knew that was a good profit-taking time, right? And now, look, you can't lose the 200 now. Now, if you're low on the Stokes and you bounce off the 200, that's a good sign. We could get a move. And look, this is a cup and handle, is it not? So now, this is why they call me Samuel Cup and Handle. Sammy Cup and Handy, right? So this is now a cup and handle. Now you can become a Fibonacci engineer here. I would take it from this candle body here to this here. And look, you're at a 618. You're in the golden pocket right here. Let me get rid of this line. It's in the way. You're in the golden pocket here on the fibs. All right. The golden pocket is, and actually there is no golden pocket here. How do you see? People won't even show you what the golden pocket is. The golden pocket is between 0.65, right? 0.65 and the 0.618. I like to make it white, and I like to make the 0.618 white. So the golden pocket is really apparent to me, right? By these two white labels. You're in the golden pocket right now. It's a beautiful retracement level. However, you may bounce off this area and you may hit the 786. The 786 is a known retracement level too as well. All right. Now what I'm seeing though, right? And see, trading is like playing against a chess player. You don't know what the market maker is going to do. And if you trade like me, you've seen so many different movements, upward, down, price action. So you look at this head and shoulder pattern. And I mean, you could see a head and shoulder, right? You have to be open-minded to things that you don't want to see. You have to be able to challenge your bias and be able to navigate through them. Okay? Look, we just showed you bearish div, and then look, you'll get away from the 21-day moving average. You'll start to cross. If we lose this 200, we're dropping right back down. Let's get back to our bigger time frame now so we don't miss out on the sauce at hand. Okay? So, as much as the divergence was great, look, we were unable to get back above a local resistance. Bounce, resistance. We had to have flipped 68,007 right there, or so we had a problem. I want to get rid of this because I'm not saying I'm long. If I leave that up, people will say, oh, he called along, and that's what happened. I'm going to screenshot it, right? Okay, Learning Mush, you're new. I suggest checking out a couple trading basic books. Yeah, they're rewarding. Shout out to Love Learning. I just got notification from them. Amen. JTS going down to, how was your birthday? I hope you had a great day. What was your favorite part? My favorite part was my daughter giving me a birthday card. And, you know what I mean? Yeah, you do have to wait for the ID to come in the mail. It takes about 4 weeks. That is the one thing. I was telling people to do this a long time ago, just in case. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait for the last minute, right? I really like the Stokes here. I really like the lack of bearish momentum. I don't like the resistance. And now we're playing with this 200 SMA. I'm not in a trade right now because my confirmations are so close to being hit or not hit, right? Like we could lose this 200 SMA at any moment now. And that's a bearish sign for me. So I need to kind of sit in. What I would wait is to get above this point of control at 68.4. And we may, honestly, as we get closer, I like to trade the range when the range has space, right? Boom, boom, boom. Like that was a great short. That's a great long. Once the range starts to lose space, it's easier for you to get chopped up on. So like now the trades are getting tighter. So now you kind of like, so then when the trades get tighter, I zoom out and tend to trade a 1 hour or 4 hour time frame. So that's when I start to do like a buy in here with a stop loss here to go for the bigger move. You know, and I stop scalping as much. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you, just because the odds aren't in your favor at that point. And look, had we stayed in any of those trades that I was scalping today, we would be down right now. So, you know, you got to manage your positions properly. You got to be okay with taking a gain, whatever the market gave us. The market didn't give me that much, so I took what the market gave me. You see? And I was swift about it, and I was disciplined about it. That's just how you have to be when it comes to trading. All right? And look, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. 15 minutes in a rising wedge with high stochastics. It's a bearish sign on the 15-minute, okay? RSI is pointing down too as well. Let's get rid of the moving averages so you can see with clarity. I'm getting rid of this divergence line now. It's not that strong, I'll be honest. The divergence is a little weird for me. It's not as clean as I'm used to. Could we say we're in this, right? In a broadening falling wedge, and we're going to head, further to the down of this channel. I mean, that is the channel. And I could see us head further down here to the downside, right? Nobody knows where price action is going to go. I have no clue what Bitcoin's going to do, all right? None at all, right? Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Help us get to 30,000 followers. We're on our way. We keep nipping at 27,000. Just keep hitting that algorithm so they know who's who, baby. But look, stay tuned for more alpha. Look at this. The best traders believe without any shred of a doubt that anything can happen at any time in the market. Let me repeat that. The best traders believe without any shred of doubt that anything can happen at any time in the market. Let me repeat that one more time because I don't think you fully understand. The best traders believe without any shred of doubt that anything can happen at any time in the market. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Capital Grove for another beautiful birthday. They do it right. They get the dessert ready and waiting. They bring it out. They write happy birthday in chocolate. You just can't beat that anywhere else. I mean, it's just amazing. They leave a little card at the table. Look at that, dude. The ribeye, porcini, $80 steak thing was out of control.
Happy birthday.
And I've had $100 steaks. I had $100 steaks. And, this restaurant's popping. And you feel like you're in like 1920.
Telling you, one of the best things
you know what I mean?
I've been here like 30 times.
It was popping. We were in the big ballroom. It was awesome, man. I had a great birthday. My kids gave me a card. I cried my eyes out, of course, like the guy I am. And thank you to everyone that wished me a happy birthday, man. It was amazing. But the best traders believe without any shred of a doubt that anything could happen at any time in the market. Okay? That's why I took my gains when I did. Because I know that. All right? I know that. So 15-minute rising wedge. Where do you go down? You go down the length of this here. Back to the downside. If you leave this area, you're falling down to this extended trend line. This is at 66,000. Then you look for liquidity on BOOKMAP, and you see if you have a big red bar, and you do. Where is it? It's at 66.5. So is this a possibility? It is. Remember, in the back of your mind, weekly support at 67,200. Can we hold? And the game continues, right? So now we have an idea here too that's beginning to brew in my mind. We have a shoulder. We have a shoulder. We have a head. Could we be putting in the right shoulder, and breaking back above this to the upside? A conservative trader could wait for this to play out and wait to find a flag above the point of control and ride this through the gap. Right? You would take the length of this pole, you would make a flag, you would wait for the 21 to hit, the stochastics will reset, you'll get into the trade, boom, to the upside. You may even be able to pull a Fibonacci there and snatch a 618 golden pocket on the model. There might even be some hidden bullish divergence possibly in there. You're going to be waiting for that type of scenario. See, I can already see all the trades in my mind. I've seen it so many times. This is all we do. We do this every single day from 10 to 12 over and over again. The obsessive, compulsive, repetitive nature of doing something over and over again will make you successful at it. Anything you do over and over again, you will become good at it, my friends. That is God's, basically promise to you, and the universe's promise to you. All you have to do is become disciplined and consistent. Your bank account will fall into a place. The love for people around you will fall into place, and everything in your life will fall into place. I know you think I'm out of my mind, but I'm telling you how to live a great life, a success. You must be disciplined. You must find your focus, okay? Super important. We must get rid of people that are wasting our time. We must get rid of people that talk negatively us. We must get people that basically say we can't, we aren't the best. If you might have a father, an uncle, a mother that puts you down, there might be someone close to you that doesn't truly believe in you. You might have been dealing with this your whole life, or just you might be around people that think mediocrity is okay, and they're allowing you to be mediocre. I'm not going to allow that. If you join my trading group, I'm going to make sure that you are the best you've ever been. You know what I mean? And it's going to hurt at first. Some days I might push you, and you might be like, man, lifer is pushing me in a way I've never been pushed before. It might almost feel straining at first. You ever have a baseball coach, basketball coach, or coach that was hard on you? You look back, and you're like so happy that coach was hard on you. If he was easy on you, it meant he didn't love you. He wanted to see you shine, but he couldn't let you just do whatever you wanted. He had to teach you discipline. He had to be your mentor, not your friend. Okay? That's so important. I want to be your friend, believe me. I want to take you to dinner. I want to hang out. I want to go to the beach with you. I want you to become my buddy. Guy, girls, all of you guys. I want you to become in my circle. But you know what? I'd rather you become great, find your discipline, and find your success, and just use me as a stepping stone, as a mentor. If we become friends, that's awesome. I would love it. But I'd rather be your mentor, you know what I mean? I want to know that I'm helping you, not just hanging out with you. You know what I mean? I want to know that I changed your life. I didn't just freaking gave you a beer, you know? That's why I gave up the alcohol. That's why you don't find me at a bar, because I'm here to change lives. I'm 41. You know, if I'm lucky enough to live to 80, I only have 39 years, baby. That's not that long. That's not that long. I've already lived 41. I have less years than I've lived to possibly change as many lives as humanly possible. If I make money around the way, so be it. But I just want to get to people, help them stay disciplined, help them understand, and help them push themselves, right? That's my message here today. That's my goal. I hope, and you guys, when you show up every day, you help me achieve this goal. So blessings on blessings. Thank you to everybody out here. All right. 11:20. We got to do kind of the coins of the day here that are hot that I'm looking at. It ain't meant for an Aries to be an alcoholic, that's for sure. Sam is by far the best mentor out there. You're lucky if he yells at you. He wants the best for absolutely everyone. Twiz, I love you, man. When you draw trend lines, why don't you draw the wicks? It's an integral part of the trade line. Just curious. Because TradFi uses the wicks. In my lifetime, a wick is a breakout of a pattern. A wick is when they lose the pattern. It's when they actually bear trap you or bull trap you. If you decide to include the wick inside the pattern, then you'll never be able to trade the pattern when they bring you back inside of the pattern. You'll think it's still you'll still think you're all inside the pattern the whole way. I find it goes against my trading style. You can either use the wicks or you can use the trading candles. I do not use, see, I don't do what everyone else does. See, you said what everyone else does. I don't do what everyone else does. I find my own way of trading. And some people do use the candle bodies, but that's what I do. If you do what everyone else does, you'll have the same results as they will. I don't have the same results as them. You have to understand, I took trading to another level. I revolutionized it in my own way. Most people can't do that. They'll do whatever they've been told. I'm Sammy Cup and Handy, man. Welcome to a whole new universe and a whole new way. You've never seen technical analysis like this in your entire life. The music stopped for me, baby.
Sam?
Yes, my love.
At 11:45, you have Kyle.
How is that happening?
Zoom.
It ruins the audio too, remember? We have to figure something out here. Right? I told you, it ruins my audio for tomorrow. Yeah, we got to just work on this stuff a little more. We got to start using a different service. Maybe a vMix link or something. No wigs, definitely. Don't forget to smash the like button. Oh, thanks. Very interesting point of view on the wigs. God bless you. Anytime. I like candle bodies, but wicks are important to use. Sarasota, Sammy Cup and Handy, baby. Sammy Sarasota, baba. Sammy Miami, baby. They call me Sammy Miami over here. Coming to the Grand Beach Hotel over here. Up at what? 48 in Collins. 62 in Collins over there. I'm up. Catch me at the Grand Beach Hotel. I like to be away from the rambles. Over at 60 in Collins Avenue over there. So we're holding the 21-day moving average. We resemble somewhat of a cup and handle here for Bitcoin. Stochastics are getting high. See, I link in the stochastics with the movement. Almost like a shoulder ahead. It could be looked at like a scrambled head and shoulder, see? For sure. So I'm getting some mixed signals of bearishness for Bitcoin. The bulls haven't followed through. We have major resistance on the local time frame at 69,000. We need to break back above that. That's weekly support or resistance, right? Second, it looked like we may get a candle close above that area, but so far, not happening. People like going through candle bodies, still don't get it. Yeah, you can't do that unless you get a fake out breakout. You know what I mean? Funny, this actually is almost a breakout. Let me zoom in here. And let me zoom in for you too as well, if I may. I got to remember to zoom out. But it's just important. I just really want to show you candles in all their entirety, right? So this is the 1 minute chart that we're really getting nitty on. Just because, you know what, the other day I saw someone on their phone and he said I couldn't see as well. And then I looked at it on my phone and I was like, yeah. And a lot of people do watch on their phone. So, you know, if you're on your phone now, you're really getting it in, right? You can really see this in its entirety. And whenever I'm watching a YouTuber, I really like when I can see the candles like they can. Like I'm sitting in front of them. Like they can like the candles are as big as their head, you know, on the 1 minute. You know. You got to push yourself to find your true nature. You got to push yourself to find out how much you can do in this world. You got to push yourself to find your true destiny. Nobody's going to help you find your destiny but you, baby. But you can. You will, and you are the best, baby. I know it. You know, getting above, I like what I'm seeing here. Tight moving averages. Sammy Cup and Handy. I believe I'm going to play this cup and handle. Let me take a look here at my futures account and see what I got brewing now. So far, we bounced off. Let me take a look at my 5. Yeah, so the 5 minute now is really the one that's gonna cook. Also, another thing that I've learned is knowing what time frames to switch to instinctively. That's something that started happening to me 6 months ago. I'll just know, oh yeah, the 1 minute is gonna stay pinned, and I'm gonna trade the 5 now, and I just flip. And my mind's like, how are you doing this? And my subconscious mind's like, shut up, I figured this out. Just let me do me. And I'm like, but dude, you got to tell me how you figure this out. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the old, that was me back in the day. That's how it all started. Crypto lifer, baby. Remember in the baby blue hoodie. Anyway, so we got this beautiful cup and handle here that really could save the day. A little bit of support of resistance, and we're getting low stochastics on the 5 minute time frame. Do we have enough liquidity to short squeeze ourselves? I really don't see it. BOOKMAP suggesting lower. However, I don't always go 100% on BOOKMAP. Nothing is 100% in trading. Everything is a probability state. You're just taking information when you can. See how you can control. You can move that back and forth to be closer or further up. Shout out to BOOKMAP. Link in the description of BOOKMAP. We appreciate you. We love you. And just one more plug for the people that are being procrastinators. I know you're worried about your taxes. I know you got that weird feeling about it. Book a free consultation today. Get it all squared away. You know what I mean? You know, right now. Tell this guy you're a lifer. Tell Ernest that Sam sent you here at Decrypted.tax. Get 25% off the standard pricing for full tax preparation. And get your free consultation today. All right? It's okay. Once you get knowledge, the fear disappears. All right? Once you get knowledge, the fear disappears. Get the knowledge you need. Like when you get the knowledge of trading, it's not so scary anymore. But when you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what these lines mean, and you can't figure it out, you're struggling, right? I struggled for years. We all did. Nobody gets it immediately. That's how trading is. That's what makes this trading group such a good family of people. okay? Everything else from everywhere works, but that. Can I get 25% off the 99, please? No, just come here every single day, okay? We give it for free every day. I gave you 2 free trades today. Like, you know what I mean? You could have made enough to pay the 99 right now. Like, I give you guys the opportunity to pay for the 99 by the knowledge I give you live on the channel. Look, this could be right shouldering here now. And see, I went from switching to a cup and handle to a right shoulder in 2 seconds. You're like, that's confusing, Sam. Because that's how insane trading is. It's trading. You're playing chess against a chess player. You don't know what I'm going to do if you play chess against me. I don't know what you're going to do. All we have to do is have premeditated ideas of how I may interpolate your behavior. That's it. Okay? Any trades right now for a quick scalp? Not at the present moment that I'm looking at. That looks like that looks like a head and shoulder pattern that may take us to the downside now for Bitcoin. All right. So I'm going to lay off trading right now. Let's see if the 1 minute can give us some love. And look, we took you from the weekly to the daily to the 1 hour. We showed you all the different time frames that mattered so you could kind of understand what's happening here. We told you the big time frames just need to stay above the 200 SMA. Very, very important. This yellow line is important that it holds. The yellow line's see, the 4 hour's about to lose it yet again. Now, we can toy with it. In a very bullish market, whenever you drop below it, it's probably the best time to try to grab some Bitcoin. And I still, remember, this bigger trend line is still intact. So as long as this bigger trend line holds, we really don't have too much to worry about for BTC. All right. Always zoom out. Don't get too overextended into the smaller time frames. We scalp them. See that? You're like, but I was just in the smaller time frame with you, Sammy. I know. See, now I got a mini cup and handle here. You see that? Now I like it. You know, trader instinct. Your subconscious mind will teach you what to do. It's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. So let's take a look. I would get out at 70,277. My stop would be at about 68,019. All right. We've defended the area pretty well. And look, I can risk $50 for I can risk just 69 for 220, 80 for 260. You get it? 100 for 325. I just want to get up to this move here and get this squeeze. Now we got some liquidity back on too at 6. Look, they gave us a bar here at 69.6. All right. So it gives us a possible $1,000 move. We got low stochastics here. Bit of a cup and handle. We have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high. Can we, that's a bit of a small uptrend. We know we have resistance here coming for us. All right. Let's get the short squeeze pop to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right. We also give super chats, guys. We go over all coins here today. I know we didn't get to do it yet. All right. Thank you for the love and the consistency. Shout out to JSoul84. We love you, JSoul. You're going to get this. I was reading your comment yesterday. Don't worry, man. Have faith. I didn't always understand this either. Divergences took me a couple years to figure out. I was very confused by a lot of technical analysis. It took me, I had to compartmentalize it piece by piece till it all started to make sense. Okay? So give yourself some credit. Give yourself some slack. Think about it like driving a car. If you didn't take any driving lessons and you didn't know what the signs were, how the heck would you drive down a street? How would you know where to stop? How would you know what a flashing? You wouldn't. You would get into accidents. You would be all over the place. You're getting the education. It's slowly going to make sense. It takes time. All right. Hey, Sam, I build a mining facility for you. Dude, let's do it, man. I'm down. I'm down, brother. If you live in Florida, let's talk, man. Let's buy some land. Let's put it together. Let's make it happen. I'm really looking for entrepreneurs when I move to Florida, people that want to build. One thing that I want to start is a rock climbing company for the kids. You know what I mean? I don't even care if it breaks even. But I want to make that, I want to buy a warehouse or build a warehouse on some land and make a rock climbing facility. You see, like one of these, I brought my kids to one of them the other day and they absolutely loved it. Peak experiences, indoor rock climbing. I think we could make some one of these in Florida and really we could make a hit out of it. All right. Anyway, off topic, but if anyone wants, that's one of my next ideas, one of my venture ideas that I wanted to pull off. Ooh, so struggling there. Still green, but not green enough for me. And I'm always willing to pull the trigger off a trade if it's going to ruin my daily P&L. You see? I don't like to lose. Yeah, the 1 minute's about to dump on me. I'm out. I'm not going to take any more than an $8 loss. Look at that 1 minute. Looks like it just, it hit resistance, and now the head shoulder starts to make sense, and I'm getting mixed signals. It could turn at any time. I get it. But I don't want to lose, man. Okay? 5 minute looks beautiful. Like this pump is going to happen. All right? 5 minute looks absolutely lovely. I'll be honest. But my mind's calculating the risk, and it says it doesn't need to make it right now. All right? I also want to get into some fun stuff. All right? Big green silo. My mom's son tried one a while back. He loved it. Yeah, I was thinking of going on a date at an indoor rock climbing center, and you mentioned it. See? It would be tough to build a profitable mining facility with the Bitcoin halving, cutting profits in half. I disagree, man. I'm going for 10 years. You know what I mean? See, everyone has I'm not trying to be rude, but that's a small, have a house in Florida and a ranch in Kansas. Dude, we're going to be hanging out, man. TRC 20 bot at 0.70% up. This is not a meme. Trek 20. Interesting. I'm holding 68.8 long. Eid Mubarak, my brother. Eid Mubarak. Basa Masha. We love you, man. Salam alaikum. Let's just wait for the 1 minute to get in line again. If the 1 minute can get in line, come back down, and still hold these levels. Looks like it's holding a higher low now. 1 minute wants to, it seems like it's supportive resistance flipping 68,500. Hmm. 15 minute doesn't look good at all. So it's always good to zoom out a little bit. The 1 hour looks good. So you got some mixed signals here for BTC. This 1X already getting a bit of a move here to the upside. It's trending on token metrics. So I'm just saying it's one of the hotter coins today they're talking about. Whenever I see it, what's trending on token metrics. All right. What's going on here? Non-playable 1X needs a global and non-playable coin. All right. They flipped the bearish on the overall market indicator. But that's, here or there. And I get the Advanced Astro Society NFT bot. Right. It's pretty cool. We include awesome, cool data for you every single week here inside of the trading group. So jump on in. There's so much to teach you and show you. If you want to join the trading group, everybody, and see what I'm teaching you, just become a part of the lifers. Hit the pinned comment here at the top of the channel, of the comment section. It'll take you to cryptolifer.com. Join today. Get the education you deserve from someone that shows up every single day. Put your email address in, hit consent, and subscribe. I can't wait to see you here. Do yourself the favor. Get yourself the education. Okay? And do yourself a favor. I'm here for you every single day. We're going to make sure you understand these concepts until I'm blue in the face. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to show you the sauce. All right? Okay, coin of the day, 1X. I really wanted to talk about it and break it down. We discussed it, kind of went over why I like it. All right? And here. Yeah. Now, I've talked about this before, but I jumped into Based AI. I put an ETH in there. I put a whole ETH into Based AI. I really did. Why do I think this thing's going to be big? Because I broke it down for you. It's the first thing, and we talked about the white paper and all that, but it's the first thing with forced homomorphic encryption, okay? And also remember, there are two ways to mint a brain: staking Pepe for 3 months or burning Pepe. For those participating in the burn, Based AI is issuing ERC20 called Brain Credits. You burn Pepe coin to gain Brain Credits. You burn Brain Credits to gain a brain. Each brain will cost 1,000 Brain Credits, which means the maximum supply of Brain Credits is 1,000 plus 1,024 brains. Anyway, we could go into this, but think about the idea. And as they continue to do this, they're going to burn Pepe coin for Brain Credits. So how does Pepe coin not go up if they're going to continue to burn it inside of the ecosystem? This makes sense. So I started getting into Based AI based on this idea. It makes 100% sense. Then they also have the FHE going for it, so it has a new narrative. All right? Did you receive the new Toby on Base Network via an airdrop? The reason why I ask is that I got into Base and Arrow because of you and the 99. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, we got into Arrow early, everybody, and Arrow is making huge moves. I gave you Velo as well before it pumped to the upside. I'm showing you this now. And not only am I showing you it, but and again, I'm not a financial advisor, nothing I say, but this is Pepe Coin right here. And I even like the chart. It's in a descending triangle. If I knew nothing about it, the chart itself starts to look pretty nice. And this beautiful uptrend. It's about to hit that $1 billion market cap too. So this thing is about to hit $1 billion. This is the original Pepe Coin. The original Pepe Coin. It came out in May 1st of 2023, you see? The original Pepe. People are up huge in a year now, if you know what I mean? So, the Pepe BRC20 is about to do numbers. Oh, yeah. Where is the pump stopping? So there you get the move here out of the cup and handle, right? So the 5-minute did break out. You're in the money now if you did take that call. Now I want to see if this breaches the 200 SMA. If the 5-minute gets the 200 SMA above it, we can continue on this move to 70,277. You have to remember, the ETF still have to buy. There's people in Australia that have to buy. There's people around the world that are... What is that? That are suffering seriously from inflation at a mass scale. You know what I mean? And it's a big deal. So... you know, you don't have a place to go really. Gold is skyrocketing, but you gotta carry gold around. It doesn't work. Believe me, I was a gold bug for years. I did all the gold stuff I could. It's a street cleaner, man. Anyway, so you got to see if we can break back above that. That was a little gain. You actually would have made some gains there. Again, the third trade I gave you that did not get stopped out. I sniped myself out of it. I wasn't a fan. So I really, you know, I gave you 1X. I gave you Based AI. These are things you really want to be paying attention to in Pepe Coin. All right? I got into Based AI. I own it. You know what I mean? So I just want to make that clear. So you said we got an airdrop for Toby here. How much Toby did we get? You know what I mean? So you want to go, if you want to find out if you have an airdrop, I guess you go to Base, right? And you can see, here's my Base, here's my Roost, there's my Brett, there's my Normie. I also have Aerodrone, okay? Combined, I mean, Aerodrone's 25,000, 2, 3, you can raise those to like 3, 4, that's another 7, 11 grand. So like, and then, what else do I have anything else on Base AI? I'm thinking, and at one point that was 10 grand, you know what I mean? So to find out if you got an airdrop for Based AI, right? This is what I would do, and I could be wrong. I would go find Toby, all right? Toby for Wrapped ETH on Base, right? And I would get the Base address here, where you could find it here, okay? Toby. I would then go back to my address, my wallet, and I would attempt to add a custom token, right? And there it is, right? There's my Toby. So I did get it. I got 12 bucks though. Not a lot, but thank you for explaining that I did get a Toby airdrop. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Tiny, tiny bit. But there you go. I got some Toby. So appreciate you, brother. All right. Crazy. I got to do this, Brett. But then the Brett on ETH started pumping hard. Like Brett on ETH was out of control right now. It's just so crazy. It's like, which Brett do you get? Which did it? It's just, it becomes insane, right? The meme game. So I get some exposure. I do my thing. We go from there. You see what I'm saying? We're still in some chop here for Bitcoin. We can't seem to get back above 69K, 68.8 even. You know what I mean? But what I am seeing now, look, a shoulder. This is an inverted head and shoulder now. I'm just going to get rid of this for a split second and show you what I'm seeing. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for Bitcoin. So we had CPI day, a lot of craziness going on. All right. Oh my God, I just like, so funny. I had OBS up and I didn't see myself and I'm like, am I gone off screen? But it was OBS, not Streamlabs, and I had like a conniption. I received it in the Coinbase wallet. Base address, right? Well, it's base. See, that's another thing is because that had a different, when I said base address, see, that coin had addresses on different, you know, it might have had an Ethereum address. It might have a base address, okay? You got to know what chain you're dealing with. That's a DeFi course that we're working on, okay, that we're going to be putting out in about a couple weeks now. That's going to really break down all that you need to know about how to get in, how to get out, and all the things that are fun on base. RIP Toby Keith. Wow, Toby Keith passed away, man. That's crazy, bro. All right, now let me jump on into the super chats and see what you people are talking about. That could turn into an inverted head and shoulder. Your neckline here. And this all started with that double bottom, Adam and Eve double bottom that played out that we saw earlier this morning. And I was even a bit faded. It looked like short to me. I'll be honest, there was mixed signals in the air here for Bitcoin. All right. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. I'm really, really excited. The stream is going so well. Thank God we had a beautiful internet connection today. Thank God everything went well. Super, super excited. Let's take a look at our DXY because we have to, right? Don't laugh. It's corny jokes. So look at the DXY, man. Getting a moon to the upside. Unbelievable, right? They just mooned it. And, you know, it did have low stochastics on the daily, on the 1 hour. Well, actually, on the 4 hours, forgive me. Look at it did, too. It got above the 200 SMA. Now, I've seen Bitcoin and the dollar pump together. So just in the last, they've pumped together, right? Because you have to remember the dollar is a collection of assets against the euro, the yuan, I believe the German, you know, they take 5 main basket of currencies. If you really want to know about the DXY, I have a great video about the DXY. If someone on my team can find that and post it to the trading group, it would be awesome. I started loving to learn because of you. God bless you. Dude, learning is amazing, man. I sit here every day and learn. I spend my whole life learning. It's very rare you see me, like, I don't play video games. I never really have, and I never really will. I like them, and I wish I could. But God has plans for me, you know what I mean? And the plans aren't there for me to play video games, you know what I mean? I play with the charts, and whatever I learn, I can give back to you. I'm not hating on anyone that plays video games. God bless you. It might be a great release for you. It's just not my thing, you know? My dad wouldn't let me do it, he was like, get out of the house, you know? You're not allowed to sit in the house all day. So my dad was just I had to go outside in my house. He didn't allow me to hang out and just vegetate. I used to go to other kids' houses and I couldn't believe their parents let them just play video games all day. And I'm like, your mom lets you do this? Like, my dad would come in and be like, get out of the house. You know, get out. So interesting. The daily looks like we're about to get a nice pump for the dollar. I'm being honest with you. Look, and there's a shoulder. So look at the daily here on the DXY. You have a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a shoulder. And you're pushing up on the stochastics. 3-day chart says you're done. And I've been showing the shoulder, head, the shoulder, head, shoulder for a long time. And we could pump, but you don't want to break 107. You break 107, kind of negates that we have a head and shoulder pattern, right? And you breach the bigger trend line. So, but the 3-day chart's very bearish. It says you're cooked, and the 2-day chart's kind of flipping though. See that little bend there? The daily says you got legs to the upside, and you just have that's a bullish engulfing candle. So, and again, people may be jumping into the dollar because the yuan is so bad. You have to understand, it could be the other currencies that are pushing this to the upside. So people could be jumping into Bitcoin and the dollar at the same time. Think about it. People get into Bitcoin when alts dump because they know Bitcoin won't dump as bad as their altcoins. People are getting out of the yuan right now. The yuan is collapsing. I just want you to understand that. There's a premium for gold, 30% premium for gold. The main reason gold is spiraling out of control is because the Chinese are buying it up. They don't want to devalue they want to get out of their own currency. You know what I mean? This is a sign though. This is interesting. I have seen the dollar and Bitcoin pump together. They can pump together. It's rare. It's rare. You know, look, we've now hit the top of this channel. It's a bit of an M pattern. I could be, you know, being a little more advantageous here with this inverted. Kind of have an M here. You hit resistance. And for me, like, I just feel like it's likely you come down here to the bottom of this pattern. And you come revisit 67,400. I remain bullish if we don't lose, and then that could be a beautiful double bottom. All right. Remember, everyone wants the answer of what exactly is going to happen. The best mentor and trader will show you all the possibilities and how to handle them. That's the best way someone can teach you how to trade. Not that no one can give you exactly. Everyone wants someone to come and just, and again, I think we do the best at showing you exactly what's going to happen most of the days, right? So here, look for this to try to hang out. If this can hang out, we could trade it. You get it? Let's see if we can get a bull pennant here. And that would be something that I'm interested in. And the 5 minute could kind of do a little bit of spin. USDT on the daily has a big old pennant close to breaking out. Joined yesterday. Just need to figure out the Discord issues. No worries. We have people there for you to do that. Email cryptolifers@gmail and say whatever your issues are. You can also go to the website. Everybody, we have a real website with real support. Contact us. Just tell us your issue really, really quick right away. Right? Issue, Discord issue. Put your name, put your email, tell us what the issue is. We'll get this immediately. Support@cryptolifer.com. We're there for you, everybody. We're there for you. I see you didn't announce yourself. You tried to scare me, but I saw your shadow.
I forgot.
Why would you do that?
I was so
You would have scared me beyond belief, and you crept in like a jaguar ocelot.
That's impossible.
You crept in, so, dude. You walked like a pony on styrofoam.
I'm getting heavier.
You walked in like a horse on bubble wrap.
I don't even know what that means. But listen, horse and bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap might have made a squeaky sound.
Listen, you're gonna let this guy in. You're gonna the link for the referral link. JP's gonna send it to you on Discord so you can link it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I have an interesting idea here today. Once we make a bunch of money, all right, and we have tons of money rating, all right. I don't know if this is going to happen for me here tonight. Beebs. Don't do this to me. Beebs. BB. Don't do this to me. You put me in a jam here. The link isn't what I need. This isn't. It's already not going to plan here. I gotta move on. Yeah, if you don't come down, it's a wrap. All right, I'm going back to the show. So we're at a crucial point here for Bitcoin. All right, we really want to see this trade play out and get tight. The link isn't what it should be, but what I just got. You said the link was from Jamie.
So that's the referral link that you're gonna post on your YouTube chat.
You guys have to explain all of this to me really beforehand. This has to. You got to give me a sheet, a one. It's not. Yeah, it's just this is. I love you guys. We'll have a talk. We'll have a meeting about it, so I don't look mean in front of the public. We'll have a meeting. I got a CEO, man, and I'll CEO the right way with kindness and sweetness, but things got to be done correctly. All right. Okay. Blessings. Like, we're cooking right now, you know what I mean? We have super chats to do. We got a lot to go on. Let's see here. Love y'all banters, yeah. Never interrupt the life, right? ATR is almost at max circulating supply. The max cap is 5x this morning. Less room to grow. Bullish sign on my eyes was an inevitable move, of course. It had to pull back, man. You know what I mean? We had a nice pump. Think we break to the upside. Let me just take a look here at the super chats because we want to get them done. Did you see Toby? Thank you. Can you look at Timmy? Love your content. We'll take a look at Timmy. Trex. And we'll do this. Wow, we got a lot. We got AGIX. Happy birthday, Sam. Appreciate all you do for the community. Thank you so much, bro. Have you tried Rode Streamer X? It works great in analog processing. It's superb. No. I mean, that sounds awesome, man. Trex 20 is hot, not a meme. CELR is getting a move. Tory 555. If you watch the live every day and you ain't in the trading group, you're missing out. Much love, Sammy. Liquidity if you get a chance. Thank you, Dangerfield. Razor Mouse, love the channel. Glad I found the channel. Glad I found you, man. Sound like a great person. Thank you for gifted memberships. That's awesome. Busta Crypto, we love you for doing that. Stanford Michael, RC, J Soul, OMAC, Rasinki, and everybody out here on the channel. All right. Okay. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. All right. Being a part of the stream and hanging out with the lifers. All right. All right, so one thing I want to talk about is entrepreneuring, right? Something that I discuss, but we don't get into too much. I know all you guys want is the charts, make the money. But what happens when you make the money? All right, once you make the money, I wasn't happy. Yeah, okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's schedule first super chat. Anyway, so let's break down what you guys are talking about here for CELR. All right. Let's take a look at CELR. All right. On next seat. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right, let's take a look here at 06. I mean, CELR is hot. The thing about CELR is it doesn't really care about the rest of the market. It's been slowly doing its thing over time. This thing is hot to me. And, a little pullback for Bitcoin, to me, only gives you a move for CELR, likely down to the bottom of the channel here, right? So if I look for CELR, I'm looking for CELR to come right down here, possibly get a bounce and continue to the upside here at about 05985, all right? Very, very interesting idea here for CELR, all right? I like CELR. Tori's been on CELR for a long time. We talked about that cup and handle way, way, way back when, right? For CELR. Put on our moving averages. They're getting tight. The 4-hour looks amazing. Let's take a look at our 8-hour time frame. A little overbought. Let's take a look at our daily and where we're at with on the daily time frame too as well. Oops, sorry about this. Give me my plus sign. Bang. Okay, when you take a look at this, right? You're getting overbought. All right, you're coming to the upside here. Swing down. I don't know. It looks like we may be able to get some love here at the bottom of the channel. Now, if I'm incorrect and CELR pumps resistance here, I'd be looking for some type of flag like this once you get above that resistance. So either way, I see CELR as probably a good entry here or an entry there. I see two awesome entries for CELR, and I would not be surprised if we see it at 6 cents. It's kind of in a world of its own. It's a really good, amazing thing, right? What CELR wants to accomplish. And shout out to Tori. He's been on CELR literally. He's asked about a CELR update almost every couple of days here on the stream for over, I'd say 2.5, almost 3 years, right? You've been accumulating this coin. That's Tori's coin. All he has to do is say, hey, and I know that he wants me to go over CELR. You know what I mean? You said Trex 20. Someone said Trex 20. It's not a meme. All right. Wow, this thing is out of control. Was 6 cents. It's booming. And look, it exploded. I should have put it out when you talked about it. My goodness, it's out of control. And it just broke out of an ascending triangle, right? This thing could moon to the upside, right? And possibly get a move up here. All right. Something to think about on my, and again, that looks like it's going to continue to 16. I don't know anything about this coin, everyone. I just heard about it, just like this guy showed you on the live. It came out on the 9th of it yesterday, and it was just 5 cents. It looks like it's, this thing is out of control. What is this? Let me take a look at what it is. TX20. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look here at 12. $2.5 million market cap. Tiny market cap. All right. What's making this thing go up so much? It's on Nexi, Gate.io. Wow, it's got $2 million in volume. Are you kidding me? It's a big deal, right? It's not like it's, you can move on that, right? Revolutionizing a pioneering GameFi built on Bitcoin protocol with multiple games. Wow. It's built on Bitcoin, huh? Wow, hold up. A gaming protocol built on Bitcoin. So it's going to run with the ERC20 narrative. I mean, the BRC20 narrative. Bad gateway on the website. So they're probably just still getting that in. That's not good, though. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, you went all your way to make the coin. You can't get your website to load. It's got me a little like, I don't know. It's a red flag for me. And again, the team might be watching. They might be pissed. you know, to get your ish together, you know. But it could be a server problem. We don't know what's happening. It's getting listed on Big X on April 11th. That's going to give it some liquidity. Blast Off just hit 3x for the public price in less than 24 hours. What's more, USD token is trading on DEX tools. Not the end. It has a total volume of about 14 million in less than 24 hours. It's a big deal. I see a movement here. My retire 5-coin strategy, new little cap gems. Did he talk about this coin? If he mentioned this coin, right? Looks like it got mentioned in this post. Let's see if the retweet. We've been mentioned as the coin on Altcoin Daily's retire in 5 years. And this goes to show us, wow, that's a big deal. So it got the Altcoin Daily love. Good thing to watch Altcoin Daily late at night because whatever he talks about could get shilled hard the next day. You know what I mean? I think it's always good to watch Altcoin Daily at fast speed because they have a big channel. When they mention a coin and it has a small market cap, you can put two and two together, okay? So there's certain things you have to do in trading if you're going to trade cryptocurrency, and watching Altcoin Daily videos are super important. If you don't do that, just think about it. He's a billboard for crypto. The brothers, the two twin brothers, Aaron and Austin, they're awesome guys too, super nice guys. So I see this thing continuing to moon, at least up to 16. I kind of want a piece of this. I wish I had known about it earlier. Out of control. So you heard about another new coin here now. And again, that's what I love about my stream. My stream keeps me privy to what's happening. You guys get the super chats pumping. The super chats keep me going. And that's how we get to these new levels. All right. Can you look at Timmy, please? Love your content. I love you, man, for sending a super chat. Super nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Let's take a look at Timmy. I have no idea what it is. Let's take a look at what Timmy is. Timmy on Soul. All right. Okay, Radium. I mean, right off the bat, I see a bullish setup there just when I just zoom on in on it. So it's a Soul meme. It's got 2.7 million market cap. All right. Someone got into Peasy in my trading group. They're debt free. He was like, I got in at 100,000 and went to 2 million. I 20x my money. You know, if you put $100 in there, you got $2,000, right? If you're, you know, most people put 100 to 500. That means he could have had, you know, upwards of $10,000, $500, and that's enough to pay off some debt. You know, you never know. But this thing was flatlined, and then it's starting to get some gainage here. Looks like it could go up for more too as well. My thing is, you could chase every meme, but eventually you pick a meme, you stick in it. For me personally, there's a way to play memes, and you try to find a few early, and you can. But you can't just you can go through a lot of Ethereum firing off at memes and never getting what you need, right? Now you talked about Road Streamer X too as well, right? Happy belated birthday, Sam. I appreciate all you do for the community and the crypto industry as a whole. I don't know if you drink, but here's a round on me. I do not drink, my friend. Hope you have a meetup here in Florida. I do not drink. I haven't had a drink in over 3.5 years. I mentor people around the world. I have no business being hungover. I got to be at my A game every single day. I got to be up 7 days a week at 6, 7 in the morning looking at the markets. I got to do CPI for everybody here in the trading group. I had to be on what was happening. I can't just let things slide. So no, I don't have the ability. Honestly, I don't have the luxury to drink. I wouldn't want to drink if I had the luxury. I really like what I'm doing with my life. You know what I mean? I'm not putting down people to drink. If you do drink, that's I don't. To each his own. Everyone has a beautiful life. I don't judge anyone else's ideas, you know, actions or behaviors. Like, I mean, certain things I don't think are right, but you know what I mean? Like, you do you, and you know, just because I state my truth doesn't mean that I'm criticizing yours. I want to make that clear. A lot of people think when someone states a truth that they're putting down someone else's truth. It's just not true, right? Like if I say I like yellow flowers, it doesn't mean I don't like purple ones. You know what I mean? So if I say I don't drink, it doesn't mean I'm hating on you because you drink. All right, I want to make that really clear. I love everybody, and to each his own, man. My mom and dad both drink. My sister has both my sisters have a few drinks here and there. It is what it is, you know? And they can drink around me. I'm not that guy. My wife doesn't allow alcohol in our refrigerator, though. If it ends up in there, she pours it out. You know, like a friend comes over and they bring a beer or something, like my wife will just pour it out the next day. Like she just doesn't allow it in the house. So like shoulder shows, you know, she never did and I never did. I never really had alcohol in my house either. It just, even when I was a drinker, it was very rare for me to buy booze and have it in my house. Like I would always do it with my friends and out, but. So we're getting low in the stochastic. 7 minutes is showing signs of a possible, you know, making that even maybe it could be at the right shoulder inside of the pennant. Signs that we could get a breakout back to 69,959 is looking more likely here with this funky move here inside of the triangle. Let's slap on the moving averages and see what we're getting. We're getting the 21 curving, about to cross the 50. It's a bullish sign. Whenever the moving averages get tight, we usually can get a move to the upside. If the 7-minute breaches the 200, I'm going to open up a long. We're also going to get above this point of control, and that means we could head up to the value area highs. That would be awesome. So back to Bitcoin for you. I didn't want to leave you hanging here for a second as we jumped into the alts and have some fun. All right. I gave you guys Ton coin. Let's take a look at TON Ton. I gave it to you right there at 475. The thing mooned over $6, right? We're finding new coins every single day here on the channel. We're breaking down concepts and ideas. We taught you what forced homomorphic encryption is. We gave you one of the first coins that ever had it. I told you I already put an ETH in it. I'm showing you signs, man. 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now, big things are going to be happening. If you live in fear, you will not be the opportunity. You are the opportunity. You have to remember that. The opportunity isn't around you. It is you. You create the opportunities by believing you're the opportunity. I'm telling you, your mindset is the wealth. Once you know that you're wealthy through your mind, you are wealthy. Everybody here, think about it. The guy that never made $1 billion, here's I'm going to give you guys a cool concept towards the end of the show here. As we wind down, I'm going to save this for right at the end of the show, but I got a cool concept here for you that's going to blow your mind. Everyone who stayed here to the end, you're going to get a real cool gem, a metamorphic gem inside your brain. It's going to change the way you think about your whole life, and I think propel you to greatness. So, and I really believe it's going to be awesome. I'm on the caffeine today, which I never am. I think it's really spiking some good thoughts here. All right. So, yeah, I like this channel. I like what we're doing here. Moving averages getting close. We breached that 200. This is starting to show me through the moving averages that a move is coming. Also a shoulder. This is an inverted head and shoulder now. And look, you had an indicator for this that you can do. I love this. So you have a left shoulder. You have a head. You have a right shoulder. Likely to break to the upside here. Your measured move takes you pretty nicely up. Bang, bang, bang. 69,959. All right. All right. Can you look at Timmy, please? Love your content. Yeah. We'll take a look at liquidity, too, in a second. So, and again, we still could get rejected and fall down. It's not, you know what I mean? It's one step at a time, everybody. Let's take a look at our 5-minute. It reset nicely with some movement. Let's look at our 1-minute. Stayed above the 200 SMA. Okay? These are important concepts. We lose this 200 SMA, then all the stuff I'm going over and all the bullishness. Wah, wah, wah. Is it this one? If we lose the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, we don't want to see that happen. Bring that music down a little bit. I was getting a little too big for my britches there. Okay. So we got liquidity to go over. And I'm going to be researching Rode Streamer X, audio interface and video capture card. Oh, no. Oh, no, yeah, oh, that's interesting. Anyway. Oh, that little puppy. That thing is nice. No, I got a big boy. I got the big boy over here. One of these things. The new one is amazing too, but this is hot. This thing is hot. You can't beat this. This is like, now the new one's even better, but this one even does its job really, really well. The Rodecaster Pro, man. Telling you, you get the Shure microphone and the Rodecaster Pro, bro. If you don't have these two things, you're just not going to get the audio you deserve. Get the audio you deserve. Go with the best, baby. I guarantee that Rode X streamer is awesome, though. I bet you it's just a small version of this and does a great job. But it looks, it's a video streaming, gaming, and content creation. 4K video capture card. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Thanks for all the great TA and all the new people. Take example of Sam as an analyst and as a person. You have no idea how much gold he is teaching. Shout out to Tesla, man. We love you. All right. Shout out to Master Friend asking about Hex. We'll talk about X. So look, we're getting the move here. Let's get back to the 7-minute because we could be missing a key signal. So we are getting the moon here, like as suggested. Let me get back into my perpetual. All right. And so had I been in that trade that I was in, look, I'd be in the money. You're in the money. So that trade I gave, the third trade I gave is in the money still. You see? Still in the money. You never got to stop. You could even start moving that stop loss up and shaving some risk off. I like to do that. Once I start going up this way, I seesaw. If I get a 4% pump, I take 2%. I take half of the pump back on the stop. Does that make sense? So once I start to move, I start shaving the stop just because it's mathematical risk adjustment, all right, for probability sake, all right? I'm on fire with this caffeine today, man. Woo! This is why Andrew Tate loves his coffee. I get it now. Jax 20 is pumping hard. You're missing out. No worries, man. It's okay. You're missing out happens, man. It's okay. I don't chase, my friend. I'm not missing out. Trust me. I'm teaching people right now. My business is doing great. I'm not missing out, right? I'm live streaming. I'm having a blast. Remember, I am the opportunity, not TRX 20, right? Remember that. You're never missing out when you believe that, because missing out is FOMO. FOMO is fear. Fake emotions acting real. So missing out is a piece. So if you think you're missing out, you're using fear. There's going to be another coin like this that I could get into. This is a great project. And 100%, I missed out when I didn't get in down here. To me, it's a little cooked. You know what I mean? I could put five. You know what? I might put a couple grand in it and let it cook and see what happens. But I wish I knew about it the second it came out yesterday at 5 cents, right? Yeah, but there's no such thing as missing out. Watch. What if I passed away tomorrow? Would it matter whether I got into this coin or not? No. So I didn't miss out on anything, right? My life is really more important than this coin. And I hope I don't pass away tomorrow. But you see what I'm saying? What, babe? I'm sorry. Jeez. I'm just making a point that I'm the opportunity. It's not the coin. Right? Okay. I had this one concept that I had to talk about. Yeah, I think you're right for backup and streaming solution. I think you're right, man. It looks like the travel setup of a lifetime. I actually think I'm going to buy it right now. And try the setup when, I'm going to try the setup because I'm going to need a travel solution. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate that. You're the man, dude. I literally just purchased it right now. Thank you very much. All right. My bad. You give so much. I wanted the same. Hey, man. No worries, man. I would have liked to have jumped in super early, you know. That's all. So if we can get above this 200 SMA, I'm gonna open up a long. That's important to me, right? That's my signal on the 7 minute. It's very strong. The stochastic suggests we are going to get the move to the upside and start to bang on these shorts. We still got big red down at 66.4, but I've seen that before, and it doesn't, you know. It's likely we're going to touch 70K liquidity again. And this is the range we've been doing. Just lows, 68, 70K, 60. It's just the range. I wouldn't be surprised if we went back and hit the range at 70,000. Just let this 7 minute candle play out one more time. We might have to come back down to the bottom of the channel one more time. I know it's a little messy here. I got a lot of concepts at once going on. But how many concepts can you keep in your mind? So here's the thing I wanted to talk about earlier that could help you. So as a trader, say you didn't know what an Adam and Eve is. So you would only see the descending triangle. But then you know what the Adam and Eve, now you see two patterns. The more patterns you know, the more patterns you might see in duality. So at the beginning, you might only be short. But now you see two patterns, you're like, oh, I'm going to switch short and long. All right? Once that happens, you're like, okay, wow, amazing. Right? What it does is, my point is, now that you know more patterns, you can see dualities. And then that creates a problem because now before you only saw one thing, now you see two things. And now so as you get better at trading and get more knowledge, then you get in dualities where you're not sure again. So you go from knowing one thing and being sure every time to knowing more than one thing and having dualities. Then you learn how to trump those dualities, and that's how supportive resistance and the MAs come in. So if I ever do see two patterns that give me two ideas, it's all about the 200 SMA for me. I get above that, then I'm confident. So what you'll do is once you learn more, then you learn another way to get above the extra knowledge which you learn. And these are the levels of trading and technical analysis that you'll go through. This is the succession of kind of how you move through trading, okay? This is something that you will evolve into. Trust me, most traders will go down this path because it's kind of the path of knowledge that you'll follow, all right? Very interesting idea, right? So, okay. There was one other thing I wanted to cover before I got out of here, and I don't know what it was. AGIX, right? Yeah. That nice little flag there could continue to pump on the 1 minute time frame. I'd take a look at it. This thing has been cooking. Altcoin Daily talked about it. There was a trade right there on the to 10 to 13 even out of the 1 minute time frame. And it's still pretty early. It's only doubled up. This thing could easily 10 to 20x, right? So it's still pretty early, in my humble opinion. But I am chasing a little bit here. But it is, at the end of the day, we could look at it as something like it could end up somewhere up into the dollar region. It could be $1.30 before we know it. You know, definitely looks hot. I like anything that has something to do with the BRC20 narrative. And this thing is hot. I'm already in orange. I have a lot of BRC20 exposure. I think it's important to have BRC20 exposure in this rally. All right. That's what I do every single Thursday. We do a weekly screen share where I go over my portfolio, talk about my exposure, and kind of talk about what I'm using and not using to gain advantage over the market. All right. Yeah, I just ordered that thing. It's expensive. It was $400, right? But we definitely need it here. I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see how that thing goes for us. All right. AGIX. Let's take a look at our baby. I haven't looked at it in a long time. One of my long-term holds. I see in this 1 minute that could do damage right there alone, right? See that? Singularity.net. So let's take a look at what we see happening for. I'm under the impression that this narrative will continue. That's a nice double top though at 145 for sure, right? And you're a little far away from the moving averages. Let's take a look at our 2-day chart. You're getting oversold though. Well, So what you want to see is Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin recovers, you want to see the flag. Now, this could be a shoulder ahead. We might make a right shoulder and continue to dump. There's a lot of speculation now over like what's going to happen with the merger here, right? ASI, which is that new big company that wants to kind of merge Fetch, AGIX, right, and Ocean into one. To me, as an AGIX investor, it throws me off. As a Fetch investor, I don't like change. You know, I do now. I embraced it, but I'm still weird, especially with my investments. Like I had a mental idea of what I wanted out of that investment, and then you just told me what you're going to do with it. That kind of gets under my nerves a little bit. I'll be honest. Like I didn't research. I didn't buy 3 coins that combined together. I bought those separately, and I didn't own any Ocean because I had all Ocean in the last rally, and it really didn't do much for me. It underperformed a lot of other projects. I had Sand, Ocean, and Waves, and Sand and Waves beat up, Anyway, so whatever. I could be wrong, but Ocean left, somewhat of a bad taste in my mouth. So now I'm attached to a project that I never would have bought. It gets into my nerves a little bit. Oversold here. It's interesting. AGIX looks like it may struggle like this. So this is what I see happening for AGIX. It takes me a second to see the crux of the situation, right? This could go further down too, somewhere maybe possibly to the 618 Fibonacci level. I have faith AGIX will continue to go to the upside. I just don't know, what's going to happen to the overall coin in the concept, right? But remember, we were grabbing AGIX so low. And so if it does have to come back down to 70, 69 cents, so be it. I see it back up to $2.34, $4. For me, AGIX is, when we got in at like 19 cents, I'm looking at least a 10 to 20x, somewhere to $3, $4, in my humble opinion, is viable for AGIX. That target would take us to 231 somewhere by June, where my daughter should be born by June 26th, 27th. My third daughter, I'm having, my wife is pregnant with our third child. We're having another child. I still can't believe it. You never really realize it. Like, you're bringing another life into the world. Shout out to the 2 daughters I already have. They are like blessings on earth. Like, they're so nice to me. So I can only imagine if I get one more sweetie pie to love on daddy, like, I'm just going to be amazed, right? So, okay. All right. Let me get back into the chat here, and then I'm going to jump on out of here at 12:14. All right. 2 daughters and 2 boys. Manliest men make girls. Oh, you're funny. Sam the man, happy late birthday. I'm glad I found your channel. Love your energy. I'm sorry for your loss this last year. I see tremendous strength and persistence in your work. Love his energy. Fit in Crypto, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, brother. And I think we hit 61,000 subscribers today. 61,000. Let's take a look at it. 61,000 subs and counting. All right. Yeah, 60,009. Oh, we didn't breach 60,000 yet? Come on. Let's take a look here. Let's get me to 60,000 subscribers, everybody. We have 3 more people to do it. I know you can do it. 3 people subscribe to the channel right now. We hit 61,000 on our way to 70,000. That's going to be a big milestone. All right. 2 daughters and 2 boys. I forgot to mention my beautiful wife. Amen, Alex. Amen. Let's take a look at Hex for my man, Master Friend. And when we look at Hex, we want to look at a big chart. All right. So I'm going to be looking. I probably won't use the MEXC chart. Actually, it's been on MEXC for a while. But I like to look at it on. Yeah, it's been on MEXC since last year. All right. That's good enough. So if you look at it on the smaller time frames, you got to find, on the bigger time frames, you got to find some type of divergence, right? Showing signs of life here. When I do TA alone, all right, it's a major sell-off that lost major areas. So look, you are going to have a resistance when you get back to 4.2, and this support is now resistance at 2.8, all right? You're at 0.019, all right? Do I own any Hex? I own a tiny bit of Hex. But, is it in my bag? No. Is it something that I truly believe could go do numbers? Honestly, I love the Hex community. I think people in Hex are great. I have nothing against Hex. I really don't. I just, it's kind of like if there was like 15 beaches on an island and I drove to one, then another, and I just never made it to one of them, even though it doesn't mean I didn't like Hex. I don't have money. I'm not a big Hex guy. It's not my thing, I'm more into Bitcoin, honestly, than like I'm a Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi because I would never. I love altcoins, but I really am a proponent of saving your wealth through Bitcoin at the best, and then, I got a son in June 29th. He's taller than me now. Crazy, right? I hope your birthday was amazing and that 2024 is a blessed year for you and your family. Keep up the great work. The hardest working man in crypto, bar none. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hold up, I'll make it a new account. Someone peed in the ocean. That's why I had a bad taste in your ear. Funny, man. Sam, take a look at it. It's 0, and you'll thank me later. Okay. Can you look at Bitcoin Cash? 0 AI. Interesting. So, the 2-day chart says you've hit a low, and you got to come to the downside. And the RSI hasn't been this low since the last low you hit, right? And then you got this weird concept that I've come up with sometimes where you got this falling wedge that you broke back inside, and then it still acts like a falling wedge. This is like a real weird idea I got, right? Suggest that you can go back up to these highs. Again, like I wouldn't really, if I was going to swing trade Hex, I'd need to make it back above 2.8 and then retest 2.8. This is the most bearish pattern I've seen in a long, long time of any asset, I'll be honest. So, it has underperformed the entire, and we got this, with the SEC stuff and all that. But, Richard Hart has 20 lawyers. He's going hard. And so we'll see what happens. But for me, it's really all about 2.8, you know what I mean? Or if you must really believe in the project, you're buying the bottom. But to me, it's very high risk to buy Hex right now. Okay. I have a friend who is all into video and he don't want to buy anything else. It happens, man, right? ENA is one of the stronger coins today. It's another great idea and concept that's continuing to moon. I see an ENA, looks like it wants to do numbers. If I even make this tighter here, this thing looks like it's about to blast and just do something really parabolic. Oh yeah, we got to go. We got to go to the doctor, right? I got a doctor appointment with the baby right now and my wife, make sure things are okay. So I got to go to go see the doctors, man. Make sure my wife's good with the baby and everything. I see this thing mooning to 196, everybody, for ENA. Possibly big gains coming out of ENA. All right. ENA has Luna vibes. Sol BDC been dumping hard. Yeah. Let's take a look at LQTY. Solana had those outages. It's really kind of whack for it, right? Annoys me a little bit. It's like, why did you do that? And it's funny, that feeling about Solana. So liquidity, right? Move up here, move down there. Kind of a wick out back to the upside, getting tighter. And I go, this is not exactly it's not like perfect, right? It's not amazing, but this is the concept that I'm building and that I'm starting to see. This trend line's beautiful. The 200 SMA, you got a bit of bullish divergence there on the indicator. Liquidity. Really strong support, too, for liquidity at 124. If you bounce a couple times, A little bit of local resistance at 166. Look for it to get tight inside the channel. You continue to get tight, I could see a bigger move. Target would take you up to 318. All right. And there would be the levels that I'd be looking at: 318, 167, and 124. All right. And then 193 is a possible area too as well. All right. So. All right. That's liquidity. Bitcoin at 68,600. Seems like we've kind of hit a bit of a flat sideways price action here. Tuesday's acting like a Wednesday, a Friday, a Thursday or a Friday for whatever reason. Get rid of the moving averages. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. It's just too much on your mind to see. I want to let you just kind of breathe easy here. So you're just gonna see if this pennant can hold, right? You want to get this bounce, get sideways. You really want to see if the 7-minute can breach the 200 SMA. If you get that 7-minute breaching, then there's a chance we get a big pump. The 1 minute's looking nice, actually. The 1 minute says that that's my buy zone at the bottom of the channel. Let me take a look at this. I may enter a trade here in front of you guys. So let's take a look. I like this concept. You're at the bottom of the channel. High risk because we didn't breach the 200 SMA. We could still use that as resistance and dump. I really like the pattern that I'm looking at here, though. And the 1 minute could be flipping that 5. And the 1 minute's touching the bottom of the trend line once again. This would be the concept that I would be looking at. This would be what I would be willing to play up to 70,000. We would sweep the high. Usually we get frothy once we get to 70K. Froth means, when a wave pushes over, the white is the frothiness. It's the extra pushover, right? The extra whipped cream they put on the top. It falls over the side, right? It's frothy, baby. It's frothy, right? When you get the cappuccino, it's coming all over the place. It's all over your face. It's frothy, man. So you hit a level and then you push over that level, you get frothy, okay? So when you hear me say that froth, that's what I'm talking about, baby. 72,306, same area that we were kind of looking at before. Make sure you keep that 0 in there. 68,309. Another idea here, and then we move this forward. Again, that one is only, I could risk 100 for 461. High risk, high reward on this idea. We lose the 200 SMA, I'm out on the trade. I'm going to enter this trade. I like what I'm seeing here. High risk, high reward to wait to see if we can get back above that. If we get above the 7 minute, I could double down, or it gives me high probability. We do have resistance at this point of control. It's a high risk move that I'm playing right now. Just for this extra edge. I don't even need it. Really should wait for the confirmation, but it's what I'm seeing. For what it's worth, compelled to say happy birthday, boss. Long live the lifer. Amen, man. All right, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I didn't miss anything. I got to bring my wife to the doctor. It's the most important thing right now. So if I did miss something, know that I missed it for my child and for my wife. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Today was one of the best streams I've ever had. I really felt it. You people were amazing. I appreciate you all. We hit milestones. We're going to 60. How did we not hit 61,000? Let me go here. We had to have hit 61,000 by now. 61,000, everybody. 61,000 subscribers today. Another milestone in the channel. 1,000 members in the member squad. That's a huge milestone to have 1,000 members. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. God bless you all. Stay in the trading group. I'll be around. Watch the elite traders. Watch all of us. And I'll see you on the next live stream. Bang, bang, bang. Remember, 3 trades in a row hit today if you had traded the concepts in which I taught you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You can, you will. You are the best. You're going to make an amazing life. I love you guys. Keep moving. Stay away from the negative people. Keep pushing. Keep positive. You are the opportunity. Never forget it. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessings on blessings. And thank you. Gratitude is the attitude, everyone. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Already up 3% on the trade. I'm the king of 3%, baby. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.